Good evening and welcome to Role Seekers and the Legend of Nibel. We're a group of local gamers just like you. Role play for your enjoyment. My name is Dustin Ritchie and we are the Role Seekers. Yeah! You will notice tonight that we have two new guest stars with us for the Light of Tyve campaign.
We do.
Hello there. We wish
Who's the
Jamie and
guest?
Trevor the best as they are on an adventure of their own. So we have from the cold white north of Minnesota, Taylor Kaiser Gajewski.
Hello.
And a first-timer on Role Seekers, we have Eli Bliss.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome.
We have the same name.
Yeah, that won't
have
be
the
confusing
same
at
name.
all.
No,
Just get ready.
next to each
Did
other.
you name your character the same thing too?
No.
If this is your first time joining us on Role Seekers, we are a Dungeons and Dragons live play actual play. We do almost everything improv, and we tell an epic fantasy-style story set in a high fantasy homebrew world. We make up some of our own rules, and we have a good time while we do it. So I wanted to give a quick shout-out tonight to our artist. So our artist has been working with us since we started Role Seekers. And they do amazing work. You can find them on Instagram at Massive Mola. And you'll see their artwork tonight. You'll see their artwork throughout our games. And I just wanted to give them a shout out. They are absolutely phenomenal. And we'll be doing more with them here in the future that we can't wait to show you. So thank you, Frank. So without further ado, everybody, it is Tuesday night. So let's roll those dice. Welcome back to this episode of Role Seekers and the Legend of Nibel. I'm done.
You need a lozenge?
Frightened.
So welcome back, everybody. This is episode 4. Tonight's episode for the players is named Gavra, City of the Blessed Light.
If we go there.
If you go there.
Well, that's what happened.
The game's still named that, okay? It might have before we get started tonight and jump right into the action, we have some business to take care of. Last game, you each had actions and things that you did, and we must vote whether or not it was light or dark.
Are we doing light or dark? Or are we doing good, evil, or neutral?
It's light or dark. It doesn't, yeah, so like, did your actions, it's a little bit of good, it's a little bit of evil, but it's light and dark. So we're going to go through Aaron's actions last game. He was neutral. Like, he didn't do much. So. Rue?
Rue, as tracks, I think he was light for the most part.
Yeah, I agree.
I believe light.
All right, we'll give it to
I
you
don't know,
this
you left that
time.
little girl down.
We're watching you, Normandy.
You left her.
All right, Jamie.
Light.
Oh, I disagree.
Oh,
No, she does.
I still think neutral.
Neutral?
I would make an argument for light because I'm gonna say Graham's influence on me is very complicated.
Yeah.
Because I'm very happy when I see her, but she's the one who teaches me how to be a good rogue. So I'm gonna say neutral.
Neutral.
Probably dark.
Yeah, I would say Trevor's probably. He's always
Yeah.
pretty. He did mention, like, his first instinct was, I'm gonna pull out my axe and kill these people. So we're gonna go toward dark. We're gonna go toward dark.
You choose violence first.
I think that means neutral wins.
Let's see,
One,
neutral,
2,
light,
3, 4.
light,
No.
neutral, dark. So
No,
3 neutral,
Trevor was not dark.
3
He was
light,
probably
and a dark.
Okay, so neutral, right? That's neutral.
Yeah.
So neutral. So the way that this works is the Light of Tyve campaign is on a pendulum. So you can go to -10 dark or +10 light. And it's a convoluted system, but I'm excited about it because what it is if you get a neutral, so if they vote and it comes out neutral or a tie, the pendulum doesn't move until it happens a second time. So if you go straight dark, you move down the dark. If you go straight light, you move up the light. If you're neutral, you get 2 games of neutral before it slides down dark. The reason is it's harder to bring light into the world of Tyve.
Well, also neutral is always the side of the oppressor.
Thanks, Taylor. So, with that in mind, I've actually written out an entire chart of the good and evil, so or the light and the dark. And I believe at this point, the group is at -3 dark. I retconned some stuff behind the scenes. The game started at -1 dark rather than -3 because that seemed intense. So -1 dark, but over the games, we've moved to -3. So again, harder to bring light into Tyve. The group are going to get boons. I am never going to remind you of these boons, so it's up to you as players to remember them if you so choose. The boons will go away as you move up, or they will grow as you move down or up. So like it's on that pendulum. So as you're at 0, you basically have nothing, and as you move to one side or the other, the boons engage. I will not tell you what any of them are until you reach that level. So it'll be up to you to kind of like keep track of them. But here's what they are tonight, because you've never even heard them. At level 0, dead center in the world of Tyve, healing is fickle. So healing for a long night's rest is your level plus level times con modifier. And we'll go over that for the players if they need it, but basically you do not go to bed and get all your hit points back. This is a little bit more towards 3-5, and it's to add a little bit more danger into the world of Tyve. It's your life force is more precious, and as are your healing spells and potions. So, a long rest will work like a short rest, though. You can burn up your hit die to gain more hit points if you want, and they recharge like normal. With that in mind, there are no resurrection spells in Tyve. They don't work. To counterbalance that, because there are characters who have resurrection spells. If you choose to ready a resurrection spell, whether it's Revivify or True Resurrection, you will gain advantage on medicine checks. It becomes permanent for as long as that spell slot is readied. So just to kind of help you out a little bit.
With long rests, how many hit dice do you recover on a long
What the rules say. So it's like, I believe, half your level. Yeah, rounded down.
Yep.
-1 of the dark. You get +1 perception in natural darkness. Almost like you are becoming more attuned to the dark.
These do or do not stack.
They all stack.
Okay.
But as you move up and down, they will go away. Make sense? Okay. But they will stack. So as you get to like level 10 in dark, you will have all the boons of dark. -2 of dark, you have +1 to survival because you have chosen that you must survive in the dark. -3, you are becoming more keenly aware of the dark and the dangers of Tyve. You get +1 to your initiative roll. And that's all you know right now.
Okay.
And we are at -3 right now.
You are -3.
Okay.
So you have all three of those. You have all of those things happening. With that in mind, there are some story elements that will also be affected, much like a video game, by the light and dark chart. They will happen at random spots. I'm never gonna they could happen in 20 games from now. They could happen in 2. You don't know, but they are permanent. They're already written, and depending on where you're at in the scale, that is what the decision will happen. There will be no roll to fix it. It will be your light and dark. So, cool. All right, that's a lot, but we've been playing that way for a while, and I wanted to let the audience know. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. But first, we need a roll. A random roll from the players who are left, which would be Eli, Allie,
All of us?
and Kevin.
What about Martin?
Martin already had his.
Oh.
Oh, this is for
Oh, yes, I
Oh.
did.
This is for the-
Okay, yeah.
15.
3.
10.
Nice.
All right.
Matt Taylor.
In the past, a sword of black ebony pierces through a random person. I'm not going to give many descriptions. As the blade goes in, all of a sudden, Veer, doing her duty as a blade of Nas, killing an outsider, she sees a vision that goes like tunnel vision, just you see a cave of beautiful ethereal blue light. Waterfalls of this ethereal blue light pour down into this beautiful chasm. It seems otherworldly, ethereal, almost like the fabric between light and death is just peeling apart, but it's underneath the ground, and it is very reminiscent of the Underdark. Or the Underdoom, Dwarven Forge. So,
My favorite one.
This blue light reminds you of the river Styx. You almost see translucent, egg drop soup-like spirits moving through this ethereal river. And as the vision focuses in at the bottom, you see what looks like a stone altar covered in blood. A figure that looks demonic and terrifying turns and sees you in the vision. His visage and details covered in darkness, but he lifts his hand, blood dripping from claw-like ligaments, a total juxtaposition between the serene blue light behind. He points towards you and the vision ends, but not before you see a withered husk in front of you, your blade pulling out not just the life force of this being, like in terms of their being dead, but rather the life force of you literally draining them from the inside out. The husk falls to the ground as a small explosion goes out. Your eyes glow ethereally blue, and you feel as though you have tasted something you must have more of. You can hear the heartbeats of those around you and almost taste their pulse in your mouth. You look down at your hands and that same blue light is covering them before it slowly fades into you. Your eyes roll into the back of your head and you see your uncle's hands come up to your shoulder. We must escape.
Is this what you're afraid of?
You should not have been born into this.
I know. Where will we go?
I do not know, and preparations must be made. But this has been awakened in you. Ethomancer.
Don't say it so loudly.
Ethomancer. Purple sparks ignite in his hands.
Do we have time to go back and get anything, or do you think we should go now?
You must finish your shift. I will make the proper necessary arrangements. Tell no one. He grabs you very sternly. It is lucky that I was here, and not your sisters of combat. Do not tell your mother.
No, I won't. What is...
Do not tell her! He shakes you more. Lightning striking kind of behind him, purple.
You should tell your mother.
What should I do with this? It's the crystal.
So, the crystal formed as you sucked the life out of this victim for the first time. Their soul coalesced into what's called an Ix crystal. You are not sure what it is, but you hold it in your hand.
I would have heard about, I know that these people studied this a long time ago were exiled.
He covers it in your hand. Keep it close. This is now part of you.
I'll grab a piece of thread or something, and I'll put it around my neck and put it down under my leather.
In the backdrop of this scene, you stand in the gray crags of the undying quiet lands. Soft, shadowed winds blow across this white desert of desolation. The figure below, now a withered husk, barely remnant, is not even worth your time. They are with Tharis now. Your uncle, this being an outing with the two of you, this all kind of happened quickly, but he ushers you back toward Cadaversia, the city of the dead. In the distance, you see lightning striking across the horizon, and you see the peaks of black mountains where the city is housed. As you walk toward it, our vision comes to an end.
Never see us, huh?
I'm glad I didn't know that about you. Whisper would not like that. Any of it.
Oh, how many times are we going to Cadaversia?
They've never been, so.
You might never know.
It's dark.
That's from
It's just a day job.
Is oh,
And I thought it was your
technically
shift.
yes,
I
but
like
it's
that
never
one.
been the.
You've got to finish your
Not for these
shift.
guys.
And it didn't act. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. So
It didn't happen. Retcon.
okay. Our game begins with the sun peeking up. Unfortunately, there's no sun in Tyve, so it is simply a white ball in overcast clouds. It has been rather pleasant in Tyve the past few days, regardless if it's cold, sheer winds and pervasive darkness. But today, the real Tyve begins to furrow its brow back on you, and the relentless rains begin again. Icy cold, unyielding, never-ending. The past 3 days have been a welcome solace that Bjorn, Whisper, and Ernin attribute to the Festival of the Drowning. But now it is done, and the rains return. As you try to make shelter, your fire is quickly doused by this icy, sleet-like rain that seems to hang off of the trees, and the journey west toward Gavra begins. It'll be a long trek, nearly 7 days to the cold forests and rivers of Tyve. You will follow the Lethera toward the Wintier Woods. But that'll take some time. Behind you, as you pack up and begin to head out, you see Efthalis, the great stone pillar that you now know houses an ancient temple to a god or goddess that you do not know, but seems intricately tied to your new blue friend, Rue. What do you do?
Oh, it's good to hear that.
Does everyone feel well rested to go?
Well enough, I suppose.
Yeah, is this the very next day after our assembly? Okay. But frankly, I'm still a little dogged. I feel like I could sleep a little longer, but if we got to go, it's not going to get any better.
I've had worse sleep.
I have not. I like to think that a bad night's rest usually always falls into the same tier. Either you have good, pleasant, great, or shit. This night was shit.
Yeah, I'm still sore from that 8 hours of climbing.
It was a lot of climbing.
Yeah.
It really was. I think maybe we could stay just one more night here and then start walking, because then I'd feel a little more rested.
That's why I didn't go up.
You've always been the smart one. Thank you.
I
What
believe
are-
that
what-
we have
what
to
are
make
we-
distance, though.
Is this the place with your job?
No, that's behind us.
That's in Andros, as we've said many, many times.
Right, and we're on our way to Gavra.
City of the Blessed Light. Home of Selendra Cassiandros, our glorious lady.
Sounds
We're
promising.
gonna go to the mainland.
Well, I mean, there's some obstacles in front of the... Well, we've talked about it. I think we were going to talk to the librarian first. That was our first...
Yes, so we can get over to the light. in the
We
woods.
won't. We
Yeah.
try. We'll die, but we can try.
But you got here. What? You got here. So I think we could feel a little positive.
That, my friend, is what we call luck.
Well, we also did have a god or a goddess of some sort tell us that we need to go and, complete this task, or else the entire world will fall into chaos. So I think that will give us at least a little bit of an assistance in some fashion.
Rue, we're going to put that in a box, all right? We're going to put that in a little box. We're going to hold on to it, and then we're going to get back to it.
He still has that box.
Yeah, and now there's some blue turd running around the forest
That's right, little-
watching us.
Me old Graham said it's always better to be lucky than good. So
That's one of the good ones.
I think you've got the good luck. But I think we'll be even luckier if I just sit on my arse for another 24 hours.
Could you just rest? Could you ride that wolf and rest while we go?
Or Bjorn himself, maybe he could carry me.
guys, I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
Odo is
See,
A pet.
well, I don't know. I guess where I come from, we ride our wolves, but they're also quite a bit bigger than that.
We have horses here, right?
Very few. They're rare.
More like mules, ponies.
Mules, donkeys, yeah.
All right.
The
Horses here.
lesser of the cattle animals.
Or horses named Mule.
That was my favorite.
Yeah. Well, like
Not mules named horses.
like Aaron
Oh,
said,
yeah. Mule the horse. I thought it was just a mule.
like Aaron said, the rest we did get here was shit. So I don't think another 24 hours would do that much good, honestly.
Is there? Yeah, like, I mean, I hear you whisper, but like maybe we could like find a cave.
Yeah. Or at the very least, heading west will get us out of the rain faster than if we were just sitting here.
It's possible.
I quite enjoy the rain. Do you not like to be in the rain? Can you not get wet?
I'm damp.
No, but does it bother you?
Not in particular, but I would rather not be wet, I suppose. I don't know. I'm just worried about chafing.
All right. Well, it's not getting any drier, so let's go. We can walk.
Do you need something for that?
I'm okay for the moment.
I always bring my petroleum jelly.
Petroleum jelly?
It's an oil-based. It's made of animals.
I like how the thunder crashes as you say that. I'm a little scared of that petroleum jelly.
Is that an actual thing?
It's like Vaseline.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just, I mean, you could definitely have that in medieval time, like
Yeah, it's
Not the animal,
rendered fat.
Animal fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you know the way.
I do.
Oh,
Okay.
lead on, Normandy.
Northwest? I'm trying to think of the map
Just
where
as
it would
north.
be.
Got one for
I have a
It's
map.
pretty much just direct west, but there's a
Yeah, it's west.
yeah.
It's west.
I was close enough.
All right.
All right.
And we're off.
On we go.
All right, there's a no takers on. All right.
I'm adjusting.
All right. So
Oh, west. I was thinking east.
So
So
you
west.
begin to head west.
the opposite direction.
Great.
Trouble with them.
So as you begin to head west, one thing that's very important to note is that Aaron does not play his guitar because it's raining. So and he doesn't want it to go wet. As you continue west, I will offer the opportunity, and I don't offer these all the time, but like if you would like to do some fast traveling, it's up to you, or if you want to, however you'd like to handle it.
I think we should do some fast traveling, and 7
Yeah.
days is a long time to.
You want to walk for like, I don't know, 2-3 days?
3. There's a good number.
Yeah, if nothing happens in those 3 days.
Well, we'll have to do a D100.
Yeah,
won't we?
we'll figure it out.
I'll do one.
We're
Perfect.
doing one for every day.
Terrible.
99.
No.
99.
No.
This is a terrible idea.
Or 2.
78.
Okay. Okay. So, the first 2 days pass without incident.
You're no longer exhausted.
Are correct. So you will sleep at night and you will continue. So I want to at least throw this out there. There's going to be quite a bit of traveling in this game because this world is pretty big. The continent's very large. So at this point, totally fine. You guys are not encountering anything. You guys are actually in the safest part of Tyve, even though you've encountered some stuff. But there will come times when you can choose to fast travel. You will not get your heals and your spells unless you specifically say, we're resting for the night. And the game will pause. And then that's what will happen.
Okay.
So, but you're in a safe area, so we're good. So you heal, you get your spells back, your exhaustion fades away, and at the beginning of the third day, you see smoke on the horizon.
What direction?
West.
Like a campfire or more smoke than that?
Or like
More
a town.
smoke than a campfire.
Like out of control? Like
So it is. So you're walking through the forests. No, you're walking through some plains by the Lithera, and it's in the distance, kind of over some rolling hills. You see the smoke coming beyond the hills. You can't see what would be making the smoke, but it's enough to cause some concern.
maybe there's more plague.
Well, I think we should I think we should check it out, pass by it, but I don't think we should.
It's in the direction we're going, right?
Be a long way around. I think we have to go that way.
Sure.
Yeah, I think.
So when we get there, I think we should maybe scope it out a little bit first, and then kind of decide.
Yeah, is there a town over there or anything? Are we gonna pass by any towns before Gavra?
Doesn't look like it.
Or are we like safely?
I'm sure there are like
hidden?
small like farming villages and such, but I
Correct.
don't think there's any large.
Yeah.
Blind.
If we go south, we can get Andros.
I will hurt you. Like, I don't want to talk to you right now.
I will punch.
About
you
how
in
many
the head.
hours? Like, if we had to estimate how many hours of travel between us and the smoke.
I don't know, maybe like 2.
Okay, because I think,
And it's about 8 in the morning.
I think when we get close, I think I would go and scout it out. I don't think we're just gonna walk in.
Sure.
I would be willing to go forward and scope it out.
So, can I get a either a knowledge history or survival check from you, Whisper?
Is that bonus on survival checks only at night?
No, that
No.
was always.
It's always.
Oh, look at me using the first boon, everybody.
Boom.
Boon. Well, how about a 9?
You believe that the town's name is Calgary.
You got more.
That's about
Oh, can
it.
I? So 11.
Oh,
I can add that. Just
that's with a C.
Yes.
the Calgary's with a C. Thank you. Very good.
Local farming village.
Okay.
Wheat and other produce.
So no magic around this area, right?
Yes,
Oh,
no matter. Could this fire be? Did Bjorn tell us about the dark crystals?
Yeah.
Great movie. Dark crystals in the barn.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Could this be more work of those dark crystals? I mean, farming village, north of Andros, Port City, Crazy Man.
Oh, so we should probably go around.
Well,
mean,
can
I'd
I
like
look
to check
if
it out.
anything looks diseased?
Yeah, I'd rather not have to.
We're not there yet. Are we?
You're not there yet, and he said he wanted to scout. So, like,
Oh, I meant like, is anything spreading?
you've not
out here?
seen anything.
Oh no, that's just.
It's a good point, Normandy. It could be those seeds.
Good. That's terrifying if it is. Good thing they have the fire already.
Honestly, I think we should probably find somebody to deal with what's happening out here in the plains.
Looks like they already did. I'm gonna point towards the smoke.
I mean, that I don't know how you define deal with, but a fire is not always like that's not what I would consider like it's been dealt with.
I think that the problem's deeper. Like, who gave them those crystals?
Momentary control.
We did have a big storm, so maybe it's just. Maybe it was just a lightning strike. It just ignited the farm. I think
I like
we should,
that more.
I think we should
I
look
like
first.
that more.
That's a more positive outlook. I like that.
It's probably not.
This is. She has gotten really dark. Yeah,
I would
wow.
have taken her to the tower.
You should have climbed. Yeah.
We should have forced her to climb up.
Are we?
I hated that idea.
I'm guessing we're still walking and talking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think
100%. So as you climb up one of the hills in the distance, you see a small farming village, about 12 houses. In the center is a windmill, and most of the buildings are on fire. It is surrounded by mostly open prairie. And can I get a perception check from everybody playing? Not you two yet.
See how it is.
Hey.
I just want you guys to be here to look pretty.
Well, sorry you failed.
21.
Okay, perfect.
19.
20
Gentleman's 20.
19, 21 to get it, and a 20 will also get it.
I like that better than dirty. 20.
So, to the southwest, coming up on one of the dirt roads toward the Lethera, most likely from the port of Andros, you see a caravan. Rather haggard, looks like it would be of one of the storehouses in Andros. Looks like a pretty well-made caravan. There look to be a few riders, and they seem to be heading toward the fire. That's what you would see with your rolls.
Whisper, look, there's people. Because you didn't see her, right?
No.
Would I?
Right, they
Is there
are.
any like sign on the? Just a wagon or cart?
Do you,
It's a fairly large like cart. So it looks like it would store all kinds of things in the back, but you're pretty far away still. You can't see what would be in it. It is not covered, but it's really well made. It's like 6 wheels, and it's being pulled by horses, which are, as we just discussed, fairly rare.
Not more horses. No.
And it's on its way kind of in the direction of the village.
Yeah, it looks to be heading north, mostly north. Like it's gonna probably pass through the village and then head toward Gavra. Like that would be your assumption.
So, caravan, village, us.
Village, you, caravan.
Yeah.
So we could we intercept the caravan
Before it reaches the village,
Yeah.
you could. You'd
Okay.
have to hustle a little bit, but you could do it.
And it's once Veer points it out to me, there are no signs of the Velpa Trading Company, is there? On the wagon.
So I'll give you another perception if you'd like.
I would love it. No, can't see a thing.
Yeah,
Oh, can't see a
even
thing
when they're
with my
pointing
glasses.
out, like it's,
are you not good at seeing through the rain?
and all of a sudden, fog.
One rain cloud just on Whisper. No, okay.
I did guess.
Yeah, good.
Do we want to hold off here until the people pass through, or do we want to?
Well, do you think you know those people?
Andros is a big city. I don't know that I do, but the heading right for the fire.
I guess do you want to run into them or should we stay back?
Well, I was, well, we could acquiesce
Huh?
the wheels.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, do you want to take them? Yeah. that would make traveling a lot easier.
Yeah. Can we tell from this distance how? So we know it's being pulled by horses. How many people?
I would say that you see
Maybe she sees.
3. You see 3, but there could be more. They could be riding on the horse, and you are very far away still. So
Yeah.
take you about, I would say 20 minutes.
So
At a
how
brisk
would you
jaunt.
suggest doing that?
What? How many are there?
It looks like I can only see like 3.
Oh, so there's like a lot of us.
Yeah, do you think they'll just back?
And we have him. Whoa.
I don't really see a need to steal and plunder just to save maybe a half of a day on our travel. We only have
We
a few
have
days
a lot
left.
of traveling to do,
It's the morning of the 3rd day. I mean, we got.
but we have to go places after that.
I'm not saying we have to do that, or we could just but we could. It's an option.
Oh, Mule Graham says always steal and plunder.
just.
That was all she said. Just always steal and plunder.
Are there? Does it look like there's any movement in the village? Like, are there people trying to put out the fire?
Strangely, no.
What if that whole village is full of the plague? We would be helping these people by taking their caravan, getting them away from.
It's right. It's a favor.
Can we see if there's any signs of the plague in the village, or are we still?
I mean,
too
you're
far
still
away?
too far
We're
away,
still too far away.
I'll say let's make for the wagon. Maybe, like, Aaron, you could walk up all friendly like. The rest of us could go around the sides like less friendly
My
like.
natural tendency.
Yes,
Oh.
and we'll see how
And
it
if we
goes.
can't take
Natural
the wagon,
setting.
maybe there's stuff on the wagon that we could really use.
And I'll put on my charm voice. Hello.
That'll do it.
Pleasure to meet you.
well-
I'll go right in.
Let's go get there before they go into the plague area, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Foolproof plan.
Let's walk up all nice and civilized.
Okay, I'm gonna just stay back a little bit.
Yeah, I would like to try and move stealthily around the, so if Aaron's gonna walk straight towards them, I'm like moving into the, you said it's plains, so I'm going low, I've got my hand crossbow. And
There's
I'm
like
trying to
wheat
stay
and stuff
hidden.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are heading down this hill, kind of going through the rough terrain, with like the dips in the rocks and stuff. But you're doing okay. Can I get If you have a 13 or higher in Dex, you're fine. Otherwise, you need to roll an acrobatics.
Fine.
Everyone's good? Perfect. So you just make it down, no problem.
I also think it's important not to mention anything about the plague. If everybody's as afraid as they say they are, if we mention that we might know even something about it being on the mainland, they might become suspicious of us and...
Yeah, no plague, no magic.
Right.
No,
Got it.
no strange people. Keep your
Yeah,
hood up.
Yeah, and
Hold on.
I'll put
And-
my
Perfect.
my cover up back up.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
A strong wind begins to blow through the wheat fields toward Calgary. You've been walking in the rain for a while. You're starting to get numb to it, but it's seeped into your bones. You feel great. Like it's just this is great. But the rest, everybody, like you've been walking for quite a while. You've been trying to make good pace. You haven't been doing the normal of like setting up big camps and stuff like that. So you're getting a little soggy. Okay, but as you walk through the squish of the earth beneath your feet, just you quietly make it up against the caravan. You're kind of hiding, and as you reach it, the caravan stops about 5 minutes before you reach it. Just completely stops in the middle of the road, and seems like they would be pretty easy pickings if you want to head up, but it's up to you what you'd like to do.
I just want to make it clear, I'm not trying to go up and like kill them.
Yeah.
That
I don't think that's not Aaron's idea.
No,
He would not
and
come out.
Aaron is going to walk right up to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so as they're distracted, I think we're gonna kind of just sneak and see what's there.
So you are in initiative range at this point. We don't have to go into initiative, but what would you like to do?
Can you describe exactly who we see? Like who's driving the wagon?
So
Is
I
he
will
walking
need
alongside?
perceptions for that.
Oh my god!
I got you.
I'm due. Holy, it's a
21.
3.
Natural
A
Taylor.
natural
15.
Taylor.
21.
Okay, so 21's very high. But let me see what they've got. So hang on. You get about 60 feet from the caravan. The group's kind of moving under the brush, and all of a sudden you get close enough to see that the riders on the horses, they look like scarecrows.
Like they're not real people.
They look like scarecrows. And as you are sitting there, all of a sudden you begin to see things moving from the sides towards you.
We're being ambushed.
That's clever.
This was
Clever girl.
This was a trap. They're trying to get us to steal their stuff.
So you see them coming. They're about 90 feet away, and you relay now. So you've caught. There's not a surprise round, but what would you like to do?
Once she relays this to me, I'm going to approach the caravan, not stealthily, just like I'm walking out of the woods.
Aaron is going to be right next to
Okay.
you, too.
Excuse me. Hello? Hello? And I just kind of knock on the side of the caravan.
How many people do I see surrounding us?
Looks to be 6.
I'd like to, if I can, hop. It's like so. If I'm like coming up inside of the wagon, I would like to see if I could jump into it for cover.
Sure.
I would like to look and see if there's explosives on the wagon.
So you see on the wagon there looks to be 12 barrels. They look to be sturdy barrels with metal frames and a strange crest on top. None of them look to be opened. As you approach and the people kind of start to move closer, like quickly, all of a sudden you hear, "Well, ain't that whisper?"
Look, you do know these
Do
people.
I recognize the voice?
The voice sounds like Margaret Marigold.
Margaret! I can't believe I found you out here. I know I know you might be wondering just why Aaron and I maybe...
An arrow fires into the caravan.
Wait, we could talk about this.
You see standing up a woman wearing a red hood coming down to a slender, petite, corseted frame. She is wearing studded leather down her arms, and she looks fit to kill both in looks and in form. A typical femme fatale, Margaret Marigold bears all the marks of a beautiful underdweller with a scar going down her cheek. She pulls her hood aside and you see that she has a crossbow in her hand. I ought to skin you right here, right now.
I understand how you feel, but if you just let me explain, I've had a week. I mean, I have
You've had a week?
I have had a week, Margaret.
You've had a week?
Yeah, I have. A week.
So at this, you see a man wearing. You see a man come out. The dude looks like he would be like some type of paladin knight, but he's extremely slender, and he wears a cloak down his back. He is wearing a trefoiled visor bassinet style helmet that looks almost like it's latched to his collar. He looks intimidating to say the least and carries a long sword at his waist. I whisper you are in trouble, sir. The job did not go as was planned. And as this is said, two heads pop themselves out of the brush, resembling in some ways Whisper and Ernan, but kind of like the C-list characters of those two. And we have...
Hello.
That's
And...
Hi there. I'm Elroy.
Oh, we're doing names. I didn't. I thought we were trying to be stealthy still.
Shit.
I'm from Populous Steed. You can call me Crumb for short. It's okay.
What? Hold on. You're telling me you brought in these two just because I and Aaron couldn't be there?
Well, honestly, there weren't many options, Whisper. It was a 5-man job. And Bitter Bick, well, he got pierced right in the spleen. He's in the cart over there.
Oh, no.
I'd like to say that word just a little bit better. In some ways.
I mean, Whisper, you remember that job you did in Gavra at the Shade and Trough storehouse?
I remember you slimy shit. Aaron comes up and just like tries to grab you by the... I told you never want to see your face ever again.
I'm just saying that I know Whisper. I helped him with the job once.
I know.
Oh,
We did the
this is
things.
because we went to the eclipse.
Right. We did go to see the eclipse, but I promise it wasn't no sightseeing. We have...
You literally just told us you went and saw a landmark.
Well, I did see a sight, it's true, but I have been given a mission, and if I could speak to you like private like, I could really tell you something really important about that mission.
Should I kill him? And you see old Maggie pop up behind. This woman looks like she is an underdweller from the slums. Looks like she's got just crap on her face. She looks like the person like she's missing some teeth. I mean, she is in a rough way. She has this crooked dagger that looks like Jafar's, and she like pulls it up to the back of your throat.
Oh, she's like right up behind me in the wagon.
She's like Mad Max in it.
Could we not kill people in front of the child?
It's right, it's a child here.
We were
I was about her age when I killed me first mate.
She has not seen that yet.
Whisper and Aaron had to help her.
It's right, I was helping the wee lass.
They did help me.
How about we put our daggers away? We can all talk. And did you say you had somebody injured in the cart? I might be able to help.
Oh, he's on his way out, son.
He's probably going to die.
He's
Well,
dead.
You could let...
I'm not dead yet. He'll be dead in a minute.
I think you should listen to my friend. He's got a way. He's got a way with things.
What's wrong with you? Why does you look all pilny?
Is that clown makeup?
It's his, right, he's a doctor. It's his medical.
It's when he sweats, he from healing.
Oh, I don't believe that for 1 second.
It's like a condition.
I have read some texts on medical treatment and like it's I read a lot.
something.
Yes, I read.
Oh, that's funny.
I also find it quite humorous.
That's right. Well, just let him take a look. And if you and I want to step aside quite like, I can explain everything.
Old Maggie gives you a kiss deep on the cheek. I knew I liked you. She pushes you aside. But if you ever betray the stalkers again, all that advice I gave you ain't gonna be for naught, because I'm gonna put this right between your ribs.
Well, we can help you on your next thing.
Well, I like that very much. She pushed the dagger down.
Right, yeah. What brings you out here in the middle of nowhere?
All right. Since we's all family-like, I'll tell you what's happened. Shit went sideways. Whisper. Didn't it, boys?
Yeah, we didn't stick to the plan. If we'd stuck to the right proper plan, everything would have been fine.
Bit got shot in the spleen.
I did hear that. If you let my friend take a look. A bit of Bic.
I don't think he can walk.
He's dying.
I really can't.
I'll head over to the wagon while they're mucking about.
All right, so placed between all of the barrels, you see a rather fat, stout man with a bushy gray beard and an arrow sticking right out where his
Didn't even
spleen
take it
should
out.
be. He has been bandaged around the arrow, soaked through the blood, and he looks real pale, even paler than Moon. Than Moon,
Right.
who you met. Phineas Moon.
Well, at least they keep the arrow stabilized. I like to do a medicine check, see what his condition is.
Please, yeah, medicine.
That is an 11.
If left untreated, he will die.
All right.
Oh, that's how bleeding works.
That's how not stabilizing the wound
Not
works.
quite, not quite. Okay, I'll go up to him. I'll carefully take the dressing out from around the arrow. I'll be just hold still. I'm just gonna take a quick look here. And I'll kind of open up the clothing around it, and I'm going to yank it out and then just cast Cure Wounds.
All right. So as the group, he's gonna do that, but the group keeps talking.
Yeah.
So
Can I study his?
yeah, you want to walk over to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'd like to also go to the card, see what else the card is.
So just as aware, like, they seem to be interrogating the group. Like they don't seem super okay with you just walking away.
Yeah, I feel like
We
one of
also
us would
want
just
to
walk
keep
with
them
him
distracted
to make sure that
because
he's
we
not, like-
kind of know he's going to probably use magic, and we don't want them to know that.
So old Maggie kind of moves between you and the cart. We need to hear some more about where you was and who the hell your friends are.
Right, so we're at the beach. You know how I like to go, Erin and I like to go to the beach. Look around, see what we can find.
I've heard stories.
That's right, there's a lot of good stuff goes, washes up there.
You mean to tell me you walked 7 days to the beach?
No, that's where we started. We started at the beach. It's a long story.
I saw you 7 days ago in Gavra, and I said, be at Andros, and you went to the beach.
But it was like before that. I thought I'd be back in time.
I'll just say we shouldn't go to the beach, if you'll remember, Whisper, when we were at the cabin.
It was your idea to
Well,
We would have made it to wherever you were supposed to go, but the little girl.
That's right.
Like,
all
we were
right, the
on-
little girl,
they were on-
Short story from the little girl. What about Bitter Bick?
He's dying.
As this whole conversation is going on, the town in the distance is still on
On fire.
We're actually seeing it now.
Can we get t-shirts that say, what about Bitter Bick on it? What about Bitter Bick?
I'll make you.
Justice for Bitter Bick.
So, right, and she was washed up on the shore and needed help, and then we ran into him, and he had the little girl, and it was a long story, and if I could just speak to you in private, like, I could explain it.
All right, you're going to talk to me, and you're going to talk to Tavros. And he's the one you need to impress. He's a residuum.
Right, I know.
All right, Tavros, I'm willing to listen to this tale. They will walk with
Okay.
you away. I'm gonna stay here. You got this, Whisper.
Right.
You got this.
Oh, I think so.
As you begin to walk away, all of a sudden, this bluish purple glow comes from the center of the cart, and Bitterbick goes unconscious, but he's healed.
What'd you do there with the waving your hands and saying those words?
Oh, I was just applying a salve.
Oh, because I've read in doctor's texts that cauterizing the wound stops the bleeding, getting a nice hot thing and searing it in there, and that actually is supposed to heal people. But you didn't cauterize them, but it looks like it stopped bleeding.
Yeah, no, it was good enough where just some direct pressure would work, and then I just.
I've read about pressure points. Yeah.
No, I just mixed some salve really quick and just covered it up. It should be healed up in the next day or two.
Yeah, he looks like he's napping.
He looks super out cold. They move a small distance away, and Tavros, he continues to keep his helmet on. He doesn't remove it very often.
So, right, you know me. You know I wouldn't bail.
I thought I did. That's why I recommended
you
you for the job, Whisper.
I
And you can all hear some of it. When she gets real loud, you can hear it.
I wouldn't bail on a job if there weren't a right good reason. And I'll tell you, one of them is in the back of your cart. He's got a glint as big as my fist. But I've seen things now. I've seen things I never thought I would. And if I can stick with these blokes, I think we could land a score 10 times bigger than the job in Andros. But I'll have to be there, see? And I think they trust me. And old Graham always said, if you can get people to trust you, that's when you can stab them.
I remember her saying that.
That's right.
I prefer take the little fish and use it to catch the big fish.
It's pretty good too, right?
Yeah, but that was, later in her life. She said that one to me.
Right. Because when she was raising me, she was just like, eat the fish. Whatever fish you got, just eat it.
I heard her say that one.
Yeah, there's always another
She
fish.
really does like fish, doesn't she? Oh, Graham. If your Graham wasn't so bloody important to me, I just want to put my fingers in your eyeball sockets.
I promise I'll make good. You'll see.
I mean, you said as big as your fist.
Right, I ain't never seen anything like it, ever.
And we're just going to let him walk around with it.
Like I said, I've seen things. We can't just take it from him.
All right, Whisper. It seems like you're playing the long con.
That's right.
I can forgive some of your indiscretion. What do you say, Tavros? I will relay it to the residuum. I would say you're on probation, Whisper. It's pretty ballsy to make choices like this when you're not even a full member.
It's like my old Graham always said. Be ballsy.
I didn't hear that one.
It was a little strange when she told me.
Well, I would report once you get to Gavra.
I will.
All right. Well, it's a long walk, and we might as well do it together. Also, what's up with this fire?
We were just on our way to
It's gotten bigger now.
Yeah, we saw that first before we saw you. We don't know.
We were heading there to see if anything was awry.
I think a lot's awry.
Ironic that a lot of what they grow is rye.
It's right.
I was just about to. Are we awry, all right, or rye?
All right, Whisper.
I don't want bread.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Ego and Crumb were not my first, second, or third choice. but there's a choice. I had one job to watch the door. It did not go well, Whisper.
That was the job.
Oh, we were supposed to watch the door?
I don't know about.
I was looking for a vantage point.
I don't know about Elroy, but I do know that Crumb sometimes can be distracted.
Do you know why Crumb and Annan feud the way they do?
I don't think he's ever mentioned it.
Because he almost punched him a couple of minutes ago, and I thought maybe you had some insight.
Nope.
Do I have some insight?
No.
Why does he hate me?
Aaron just doesn't like you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I don't like you either.
Maybe you'd like me if you got to.
But what brings you out here? This was not part of the job.
We're trying to get the only thing we actually pulled off back to Gavra. During the job, we didn't find anything that we were looking for. But we ended up on our way out, stole a cart of barrels, hopefully finding some type of goods within it.
What? You haven't opened any of those barrels, have you?
No, I ain't got time. Peter Vic was screaming too much. Every time we went back to open one, he went, "Are you here to help me?" And I was like, "Shut up."
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I have to say, a few days back, we were at another village. It was on fire too. And we found a barrel. I didn't see it, but one of the it guy, I guess it was Bjorn, found it, right?
Yeah.
It guy found it, and he described it. We just should be careful about these barrels. That's all I'm thinking. That's all I'm saying.
What would be in the barrels?
Something flammable, poison, I don't know. Got to be careful, that's all I'm saying.
Why don't we open one up?
I wanted to speak to.
Yeah, this is all
Yeah.
like, so this is
Yeah, go
episode.
ahead.
Back to you guys.
Yeah, we
So-
can come back. At this point,
yeah.
we can come back, and we're
So-
talking
yeah.
about the
In that
barrels.
meanwhile,
Oh
look,
yeah, those barrels. That barrel was the minute that guy opened it, he immediately died from the poison.
It was
That's
like,
what Bjorn said.
You
What?
you mark me as a learned man, you know, with the curing and all. You ever seen that symbol before on this barrel? And I just show him the barrel that we're next to.
Yeah. So there is a crest on the barrel. Son, hell no.
Yeah, no.
Hell no, he don't know what's
I
on
don't
the
even, I
barrel.
don't even
Just
know
what about
why.
Normandy?
Yeah, can I?
Sure.
Perfect. Yay.
Is old Maggie okay with coming out of the caravan?
Yeah, she seems a little chiller now that Tavros and Magritte seem okay.
17.
Yeah, it is a crest of one of the houses of the Shattered Isles.
No, I don't.
Is that a
No, I don't recognize it. I've spent most of my time in one of the monasteries down south.
That's where are the Shattered Isles? The mainland, right?
No, nothing is on the mainland.
one
It's all
of
the
Or
other
like
islands.
north
Part of the
wait.
west?
It is part of the archipelago?
Oh yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
the
Or
group
south.
of islands to the west of us. Yes.
Oh, crap. Oh, nope, I see it. I was looking north.
Shattered Isles.
That's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's Shattered Isles stuff.
Oh.
Why was it in a storehouse of?
They're the ones
Can
poisoning
I
people.
see if I know anything of the Shattered Isles?
Sure.
Yeah, may I also?
Yeah, of course.
gonna use
the
these.
history?
I'm not gonna use these. That's a nat one.
Nope.
Would it be
You didn't decided that weren't worth your time.
Would it be history or would it be?
History was the best. Yeah.
That's going to be a 22.
The Shattered Isles they are basically where prisoners are sent. If they're not sent to the reef, they're sent to the Shattered Isles to work the mines and grow different produce inside of the isles.
That's a prison.
It's basically Australia for the archipelago.
That's a prison
I like that I knew that.
area. Like that. Like that's where they sent prisoners to like mine and make all our stuff. Why would they have that in Andros?
Well, there is
What's weird is that we stole these from a Velpin storehouse. Now, it's not weird that we get goods from the Shattered Isles, but they would have changed the crest.
You stole these from a Velpa storehouse?
I like to use the term borrow.
I think
I'm
in this
sorry.
particular case, we stole them.
Relocated, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah, we were relocate.
I'm gonna check the cart for like any Velpa like insignia or something like that.
The cart does have a Velpin insignia.
What is it?
It is a trout breaking out of a net.
Okay.
You're telling me that
They're a tenacious
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, and they don't want to take this cart into Gavra if it's marked with
Yeah.
with the Velpa Trading Company, right? 'Cause-
They would probably not, but they want to get the goods in.
right.
So you're telling me that you went to Andros, had a terrible mission, heist go wrong.
I mean,
It was
the
a heist.
plan was solid and it would have worked, but
It failed,
it, it failed.
I don't like your tone.
and then you
I
went
was seeking a good vantage point.
to a Velpa storehouse.
Instead of holding the door.
Velpa, the big old trading company that is almost like a military, and stole a cart.
So at this, Tavros kind of takes a lean in. There's things need be done, and we're the ones that get them done.
This wasn't your main objective, though. Was your main objective in the storehouse still, or was this just you saw it and you were like, ooh?
I don't need to answer you. Regardless, it did not go well, Whisper. We didn't get what we were looking for.
I know, and I.
Oh, no, I bet you want to know what that is. I would have told you. You made the briefing. I would have told you.
You didn't even know what you were getting.
No. I'll just go with it. Tell me. Most of the time.
Yeah, I was meaning to ask about that eventually. Like, perhaps if we had more intel and info, we could perhaps run our jobs better.
I gotta tell you.
Not that it was any, like, poor leadership skills. It was just...
Crumb.
Yeah.
Crumb, I've got to tell you, you don't join the Stalkers for transparency.
But, like, they're an information network. And, like,
Right, and they'll tell you what you need to know when you
need to know it.
Right.
but,
What is,
like...
Norm, what is this? What is this Velpa? What are they?
Velpa is a trading company in
Gavra.
Gavra. I just blanked on the name. It's a trading company in Gavra. I have notes on this. I'm going to read those notes because
Yeah, they supply around
Yeah.
the whole archipelago.
Yeah, but he
I wouldn't read
said
it word
they're
for
like.
Oh, okay.
He said they're like a military. Like, is everyone afraid of this trading company?
Well, you see, trading companies don't trade well when there's people like us who relocate their items, unless you get heavily
But I
militarized.
get that, but no one likes that.
well, yeah, nobody likes them, but they're quite well at trading. They are trading
They
companies.
get
Do
the
they
job
have a
done.
They
Do
get
they
the
have
job done, and instead of being just trading, they act as an extension of our military because they are very good at that.
So are people afraid of them?
Let me put it more like this. You got your government, right? And that's the figure. That's what everyone sees. That's what's making the laws. But who tells them what laws to make? Those with the money. And Velpa is one of 3 houses in Gavra who seem to be into everything.
So did you know you stole from them?
Of course we knew.
That was the whole point.
Trying to whether I want to ask this in character or not. Oi, anybody smell or hear anything like cries for help or burning flesh? I do wonder if we shouldn't go take a look-see in Calgary.
How bad has the fire gotten?
It seems to, so it's not like it's a conflagration. It looks like it's been smoldered for a while, and it's been raining.
It's also raining.
Oh, yeah.
So, but like
Yeah.
it is, you see that like ashy burn on the buildings, and it's still smoking, and there is still some fires burning in some places.
I would go to Margaret now. You know, it wouldn't hurt to send a scouting party up ahead just to investigate. They could be doing like a poison pond, like what we're doing.
Absolutely, Crumb.
I'll go with you.
Yeah. Whisper, you wanna?
Or think somebody ought to keep an eye on you.
Whisper does, don't
Yeah,
you,
or-
Whisper?
or-
I think
or-
you
or
do.
think it's a good idea.
And maybe Annin, if he's up for it. You go, good buddy.
You know, honestly, I've had such a day that maybe someone else would like to take my spot.
I would.
I would like
Why
to
don't
not
you-
stay here with all of these.
Yeah,
other
I'd like you to come. I'd like you to come. And Rue, if you're patient, you're gonna make it.
Yeah, I step out of the wagon. He's he'll be fine.
So
he applied pressure
here,
points.
That's right.
I've been really holding my tongue, but I have so much I want to say. And
That's not the right.
okay,
It's pretty close. I think it's pretty close.
not the
I'm
voice you
sorry.
use when
You
somebody's
have
not
to
here.
do.
Huh?
That's not the voice you use when someone's not here.
Yeah, you gotta use the Keanu voice.
it's gonna be hard doing two
Two
players.
Keanu.
No,
So,
it's you gotta
Keanu
sound
is
like.
Bjorn.
No, you gotta sound like Keanu.
There's no way I can
Jamie.
sound like Keanu as Jamie.
Whoa.
Whoa, like
Yeah, you
this is
can.
totally not my deal.
Like,
I've been holding my tongue.
Excuse me, but I've been holding my tongue for a
Perfect.
really long time, and I have a lot to say. But
Yeah.
you know, and then you say it's not that time, and she goes, "All right." We love you, Keanu. Keanu. Keanu.
Keanu, do you see me?
Keanu, do you care?
I would rather not stay with here.
Yeah, I think we'd like to all go.
Sure.
Maybe not.
I'll have Aggie stay with you.
Yeah, could Aggie stay
And
with Bjorn and
Alina.
Yeah, they can stay.
Okay, Bjorn, Helena, Aggie, and then Tavros, Margaret, and Old Maggie. They all stay by the caravan, and the rest of you head toward the burning town.
Oh, does that mean Bitterbeck is with us too?
Bitterbeck is
yeah, he's recovering.
He is recovering.
He's recovering. He's not dying anymore.
You quickly make it to the town. The smell of death lingers in the air. As you reach the outskirts of the town, this is like an old Western style. I mean, there's just a one road in, one road out. Being now on the main drag, you do hear sobs coming from a rather unburnt building in the distance. It looks to be like the town hall. You notice that there are bodies strewn about on the main street, and they look to have been just cut down. You see limbs displaced. You
They're
see
not
heads
dying.
decapitated, and you see what the remnants, like rained out marks of people being dragged literally from their homes. But you are now looking at the aftermath. From the town hall,
Oh my.
you
this is
hear
rather gruff.
kind of low, like talking, whispering, and bemoaning.
So these people did not die from the fire.
Can I do a medicine check to see in which way, like if it was a calculated strike or if it was just like some creatures that came in and ravaged the place?
Yeah, medicine or nature. up to you.
I'd also like to like investigate. Like,
Sure, investigate it. Rock and roll.
19.
That's not gonna do well.
Weapons.
9.
They've been dismembered
with weapons.
with weapons.
Yeah.
That one might not be dead. All ones are.
So I think. I think we go check out that building.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be terrified.
Right.
So,
Should we look for any survivors?
it sounds
We
like
can
they're
hear 'em.
all
Like
in
there might
there.
be survivors
there.
in.
Oi! I say! It's alright. Oi, we're here.
They might
It's
think
all. That's why I'm explaining. I'm not explaining who we are.
Okay.
The door to the town hall opens, and you see about 3 stout men come out. One of them has a pitchfork. The other one has an antiquated, rusty sword. Looks like it was an heirloom handed down. And the other one is wearing a dented, non-fitting helmet. And he carries what looks like the lid of a trash can and a sigh. And they come out.
Whoa, we ran
They're
out.
shaking.
Right.
What happened here?
Who's you? Who are you?
We're just travelers. We're on our way to Gavra. We saw the smoke.
Al, I'm Combropulus. Combropulus
I'm
Steed.
Ego.
Call me Crumb. It's easier to remember than Crumbopulus Steed.
What happened here?
We are great at negotiations.
It's a guard. It was the city guards. They came in and we came to welcome him. And you see like one of them puts his arm on him. And they just started.
The city guard from Gavra?
But they were wearing strange black armor.
Can I? How are you alive?
Some of us, we barricaded ourselves in the main building. A couple of us gave a fight. A lot of us just fled.
Is it just you, or are there other survivors?
There's survivors inside.
Is there anyone injured?
I think we're all injured.
Did they say anything, like why they were doing?
The guy doesn't seem like he can talk. The one holding the shield walks up. Please. Are you who you say you are? You're not gonna hurt us.
We wouldn't. No. We want her to fly.
They were saying all kinds of terrible things. It didn't make sense. It was like they was talking to like another person in their own head. And everything they said was more dark than the next thing. They said, look, cut their heads off and you're in our way. And we asked why, and they said just because. I was a ways away, but old Slim, he was there. He heard. He lives right up the road. He won't talk to anybody. He won't tell us what he said, what they said.
I slowly approach him and be like, it's okay, you can let it out.
They took our kids, and they had this green light, and all of a sudden, our own people turned against us.
Green light?
What is that?
Can I give you a hug, friend?
No, I don't want to be touched.
Okay.
Do you know...
That's okay.
Which way did they go?
He points west.
Okay. There's a road,
There's a road.
The road that leads out of town.
Mm-hmm.
and old Slim lives that direction.
Yeah.
Do you know these guards that we're running into, Whisper?
I mean, I don't... She said they're from Gavra, so I wouldn't know them the way I would know the other guards. And
What were they wearing?
It was armor black as the deepest night at Tyve.
Any insignia of a...
Not that I saw.
And none of us saw the vision that you described last.
None of them saw the vision, but you did see the one
We
in the
saw
forest.
That. We fought that one. Like, we saw him fight that one.
Okay.
So, like, we
so
all kind of know.
we have seen people with
Yeah,
black
that's
armor.
what...
And the one looked like one of the guards that...
That you know.
Right, that I did know, yeah.
You guys
Do you think
encountered
this is
them,
related to that, where we just were?
It tracks. I mean, it sounds like the same type of person. Sounds like the same form of evil, honestly.
You ran into the people that tore through these folks.
Sounds like
What?
it. We
And
came
you still
across
have
somebody.
your arms.
Well, we ran away.
Yeah.
But that would explain why you're still alive.
That's smart.
They did
Yeah.
send one
Yes.
after us. We don't know
Tactical
where that went.
retreat.
Tactical retreat.
That's what we did.
Yes.
That was smart.
Yes.
It's like I will say, strategy and skill best strength and speed any day.
See, this is why we need to go to the place, because this is probably all part of that thing from the temple.
It definitely could be. But either way, it looks like the people who accosted you are gone, and we can do what we can to help you set things right, at least in the immediate moment.
You see the one guy drop the pitchfork. It was like a nightmare. It's like a nightmare.
How far away is Old Slim's?
Looks about like, I don't know, 5 minutes.
How far away is Bjorn and the caravan?
I think you guys stayed about 10 minutes back.
Well, maybe Bjorn could come help. I feel like it would be to your, like, I feel like having all of these bodies here is probably distressing. So maybe Bjorn could probably carry them, and maybe we could, like,
Just do a
not
mass
put them
grave.
in the middle of their town.
Right.
Yeah, you're a healer, man. You would probably know a prayer or two.
I could say something, but yeah, I think at the very least we can help these people by doing what we can about the fires that are left and getting these bodies out from the middle of the road.
Is there a well in the village that we can like draw buckets and like kind of splash on the smoldering fires to try and put them out?
Oh, there's a well. Yeah, there'd be a well.
There's a person in it.
I mean, you go check the well if you want.
Well, no, it'd just be like to drop water to like put out the fire.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Does the fire look like it's gonna pretty much go out?
Yeah, and it's still
It's
raining.
raining.
Because it's still raining.
Oh, it's still raining. Yeah. Okay.
I'm more thinking that like everyone's loved ones are like decapitated.
Right, they should
and,
be
like,
buried
should
and-
at least they shouldn't have to maybe deal with that.
Makes sense.
Do we want to see Slim first?
I did. I think we should.
Yeah.
Seeing no apparent danger, the caravan begins to move toward the town.
Yeah.
I will message Helena and tell her
I would run up
that
to
it's safe.
Margaret and was like, hey, we gotta be careful here because these peoples have just witnessed a horrendous massacre. That family loved one cut down. It's brutal. It's real bad.
Shit.
Boy, soldiers. Boy, the bleeding city guard, they said.
Well, that's not right.
I know.
All right, well, that's something to investigate right quick, it is.
Yeah, there's someone that we're gonna talk to who might have seen a bit more.
What was his name again? Skinny Pete?
Oh,
Slimy thread.
Slim. Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
Slim
SL. It's
Jim.
on the tip of my tongue.
You guys heading toward
Yeah.
Slim Jim? Just old Slim.
Oh, Slim. Sorry.
But while we're gone, don't open any barrels.
Or do you?
What?
No,
Why not?
No. Because we ran into a barrel and the guy who opened it got all sick.
Was it?
Poisoned.
Did it look exactly like this barrel? These barrels with the same insignia?
It was
I don't know.
destroyed.
I burned the whole house down and it didn't investigate anything.
Well, that sounds.
Fog of war, mistakes were made.
That sounds right pragmatic, but not right smart entirely. But
As you head toward Slim's, it is a small little.
Is it a gym?
It is a small home that seems. It looked like it got hit with the fire, but like brush fire, and it's basically gone out. It didn't burn all the way down. I would say the house is pretty small, so the whole group going in would be too much. So I would say 2 to 3 people who would like to go in.
I'd like to go.
I'll stay outside.
I'll stay back and
I think
help.
I would be going around checking the houses for
I'll stay back.
You and me.
So, and
see if
and
anybody
Norman?
know.
Norman, yeah, you three. Go.
All right, so the three of us.
And
will
the
go.
three of us.
Yeah, Aaron doesn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
He actually goes into the. He goes into the town hall.
And I'm gonna knock. Oi,
Hello?
Slim.
You definitely hear music coming from the town hall.
It's raining.
That'll make them all feel. He's inside. He went into the town
Oh,
hall. He's
God
gonna
damn
enter.
it.
I know. He's gonna.
I'm not going inside the town hall.
Oi, Slim. We know you've been through a lot, but we really need to talk to you.
May we come in?
There's no response.
Is the door locked?
It is not locked.
I kind of nudge it open.
I step behind him.
Yeah, he Blokes might want to get behind me. I'm the one in the actual armor. You You're a skinny man in robes.
I'm like a big coat.
This is gonna take me a
I'm
second.
Please don't be Zoo too.
I know the worst one was Barnabas.
I like.
Oh god.
Just a
It's
little.
like hurt to do.
Yeah, you'd be like, after we had played, Dustin's like, I can't do that voice.
Can I just be the meat guy?
No, well, those guys only work at shops.
That's true,
Oh,
and they do
yeah.
seem to make an appearance. They seem familiar somehow. Right?
Somehow.
Hey Bjorn, Helena, do you guys want to go around and start cleaning up all of these body parts? You know, the most.
Ew?
Exactly.
She would not.
Oh.
She absolutely would not.
She would stay
If
with,
you don't
she
want-
would hang out with
Yeah,
Aggie.
if you don't want to do this, go ahead and speak up now.
Oh, I guess they're doing that.
All right.
I will definitely, as I'm helping, look and see if there's anything on the bodies, though.
You walk into yes. So you guys begin to help. You notice that the guitar coming from the main shop. You see Aaron playing. It's going to be all right. Accent still fluctuating between whatever he is. It's
the same
unlikely
problem,
that his
it
accent
seems.
is.
Turns out he's just a changeling who just hasn't nailed it down.
So, anyways,
Don't give him ideas.
there are enough people to fill about 40% of the houses inside of the town hall. It is likely that they fled into the fields. Some of them made a stand and then they came back. So there are women, children, husbands, wives, but the population here has been decimated. Back in Slim's house, it is a very country farm style home with open windows and it looks to be made like Lincoln logs. You know, it's like a small log cabin. You can see the light coming through the cracks.
One floor.
I have one floor and a nook. But kind of as you peer through and kind of turn the corner, you just see a man who looks as though he's peeled some of his arm skin off. He's looking down at a broken glass on the floor, and he's just like, "Why would they leave me alive? Why would they leave me alive? Why? Because I can't get the words out of my head. I have to share the words. I have to let others know."
Hello, friend. Hey, Jim. My name's Crumbopulus.
Doesn't even seem to care that you're in the room.
Is he like actually doing self-harm to himself?
He's like scratching so much that
Okay.
he's.
I'm gonna try and like stop him from scratching.
He turns and grabs your hands. Who are you? Why are you in here?
Hello, my name's Crumbopulus.
You notice that there's a slight green ring of light around the iris of his eye, like toward the white part of the eye.
Okay.
Oh, Normandy, look at this chap.
It's not good. It's like, I mean, you look at him and it kind of fills you with dread, and you're not 100% sure why.
So like, yeah,
Why?
I've got.
It's
Have you ever read anything about that?
roll for it?
The knowledge arcana, I suppose.
May I attempt?
Disadvantage, but sure.
Alright. Even trained.
Not good.
It's not in that one. That's an 8.
Pretty good.
It's 18 plus 5 is 23.
23. And you got
8.
Yeah, there is. This doesn't look like. I mean, you don't know magic in this kingdom, and this does not look like a natural affliction, and it doesn't even look like sorcery. Something is very wrong. And as you look into his eyes, it almost looks like that ring is like pulling you in, and you are filled with dread. But you don't know why.
So I would just, hi, listen to me, buddy. I've read texts like this. It's good to talk about what we've seen to heal through trauma. And oh God, it's very frightening what I'm feeling right now. But if we were just to talk about it, maybe we can get through it together.
You want to know? I have to share it. He comes up and puts his head right up to your ear. You left me alive so I could remember. So I could remember. Do you want to know what what he wanted me to remember. And he pulled away and just kind of looks at each of you.
Yeah.
You know that feeling in your life, that terrible, icy feeling. Everything gets real quiet, almost like the wind stops blowing outside. That feeling that no matter how good life gets, it feels like you've made a mistake. That feeling that all the choices in your life, all the things, all the pleasures, all the good, no matter how much you fill that void, there's still that hole that you can't fill. And that hole that makes you think, maybe if I had made another choice, maybe if I had tried harder, all the lies you tell yourself, that feeling that you're not okay in the dead of the night. He grabs you by the face. He told me, who can make it go away? All I have to do is remember. But I can't.
Okay, can we not grab the face? That's the meal ticket. But yeah, I feel down and low like that. It's okay. It's part of being a human experience. I've read lots of texts about philosophical meaning of the life and existentialism and dread. And like, that's just natural. It's okay. It's what we have to do. We talk about it. We strive. We keep going. We remember. We survive.
So your words actually, the dread inside of the rest of the group in the room starts to lessen based on what you're saying. But it seems to be washing over him like a rock, like a water against a rock. It doesn't even seem like he hears you. Almost like there's other things spinning in his mind.
Oh, Slim, who told you this? Who told you about the one who could take it away? What did he look like?
He will roll to see if he can help you.
I thought you rolled for the public.
It was Silas. Silas Pellegrave, captain of the guard.
All the way out here?
He was on his way back to Gavra.
Were you close to him?
No, but I know him.
It's a good question, I guess, but...
So it does not sound like... Did he seem like himself? It doesn't sound like him
Kept
at all.
moving his neck, all broken like.
I didn't see Silas, did I, when he was in that form?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
You know Silas?
Oh, I know Silas. A lot of us down on the streets know Silas. He likes to lord it over everybody.
Do I know Silas?
I don't think he would care.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He's a
got
right,
like a
he's
thing
a right
after
bully and pissant.
Well, it sounds like he's a lot worse than that now.
I know, it's bizarre.
No, we have evidence.
I think he's going to do what he did here to Gavra.
There's a very high chance of that. But Gavra is more defend than this town. That's all I really can say about that.
How long ago did he leave you?
Yesterday.
And he gave the name of the person who takes it away.
No. He said I just would know. And I think I do.
Man, I try to piece together the glass that's broken at his feet to see if it is anything.
Sure. So you go over. It looks to just be like a mirror, like one of those standing mirrors that he would have, in just like nothing magical, and it looks like he threw it on the ground. You see the frame to the side, and it looks like glass just all over the floor.
Slim, may I ask you, what happened to the glass, the mirror?
I thought I saw something moving in it.
I'm gonna pick up one of the shards.
Perception.
I don't want to look
Is
into
it scary? The frame looked like
Oh no!
a mirror
Merry
that we've
Christmas,
seen
D&D.
Oh wait, hold up. We have a +1 perception because of the boon, right?
And darkness, you know.
Only in
Oh, in darkness.
Well, there's no lights in the cabin, are there?
19 then. I don't want to see it.
Hey, you're the one with wisdom.
like, we all know
proficiency
it's in
saving
there.
Just saying.
I'm a wizard.
Wait, hold up.
I do.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I don't.
I put nothing into wisdom.
You see, as you kind of look, you see your reflection, and then almost like there's like a fogginess to the glass that there shouldn't be. You see what almost looks like hands. Just like this. And you drop the glass.
Yeah.
Does it shatter?
It shatters, and there's nothing else.
What'd you see?
I saw my reflection, but it was foggy. It was
Breathing on the glass.
I was, but it wasn't breath. It was something like fog, and there were hands, just like they were waiting for something to happen. You know, it's just like,
You saw it too.
Was that what you saw?
Yes.
Did you see more than just the hands and fog?
They're in all of the pieces.
I-
There's so many of them.
I just look at a piece without. I don't pick it up and look. I just look from where my vantage is.
Your reflection.
Shrug.
Right. So, Slim, why don't you come with us and you go down to the town square where all your friends are? I don't think you should be alone right now.
I agree.
He doesn't respond.
You got some soup in here, man? We can feed you some soup.
It's like he can't respond.
Yeah. Anything? Just sort of eyeballing the place.
I'm very meager living. Some farm tools, a couple of like paintings of family members that look rather old.
Nothing out of place. Nothing left behind.
You see. I mean, it's a one-bedroom, but as you take a look, you see a bed. You see a smaller bed, and you see some different style clothes, woman's, and probably like a child's.
That all in the loft area?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I let go of his hands, does he keep? He goes back to trying.
He just kind of starts scratching up here, and he just recedes back down into himself. Whisper, as you walk up, you let go of him, and you're kind of standing near the door. The door to the house shuts on its own.
No, I'm gonna reopen that.
It doesn't open.
No.
What?
What?
Can I
you
try to
Norman,
force it
why
open?
did
I'm
you
gonna try
close
to
the door?
force
And
it
Prom,
open.
wasn't it, you had one job, watch the door. I was like, 2 doors now.
I was securing a vantage point to
He's right. You are the doorman. I'm gonna try to force the door open.
Strength.
Wow.
I'm not good at this.
Is anyone in our group good at strength?
I can't tell if that's a 19
Bjorn.
or 14. That's a
What's
14.
yours?
I mean,
So you
yours
hit the
is
door, and with a 14, this crappy wooden door.
Nope, that
should
is a
just-
19.
Oh, so it should just
I-
rip itself off of its hinges.
Okay.
It doesn't. It like stoves your shoulder in, and it doesn't even budge. Almost like it feels like there's something on the outside, like placed completely up against it,
the windows are open, right?
and they start to shut.
So
I try to like run and like
Yeah.
keep one open.
Strength
So-
check.
Can I
Do
try
we
to
see
dive
anything
through?
outside of the
Athletics or just strength?
Yeah, do we see anything over there?
Just the door shut.
Athletics or just
Okay, so we
see
don't
the
see
door
anything.
shut.
You see the door shut.
I
athletics or just
wasn't
strength?
thinking anything of that.
All right.
The window's shut.
I draw my dual wield, draw sword, short sword, dagger, and I'm in the I'm back myself into a corner. Oi, old grandma always said, if doors start closing on their own, see to your daggers. See to your daggers.
I don't have a dagger. That blue thing took my dagger.
So
There's a blue thing.
There's a blue thing. Don't worry about it.
What now? The fact that you said it makes me want to worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
So you're up at the loft. He's like hitting the windows, and you're like, I don't have a dagger. And all of a sudden, like think like a Hitchcock shot. Like it starts to kind of like almost like the back of the cabin starts to stretch almost.
That's more
And
of
you
a Sam
see,
Raimi shot.
yeah. So you see the guy just kind of like this, the glass behind him, and all of a sudden, from the glass shards, a hand with silver gloves.
I don't like that. I don't
pulls
like
itself
that.
onto the wood,
No, thank you.
very much the Ring style.
No.
And all of a sudden, another hand pulls itself out of the glass.
I'm gonna try to. So is it only coming out of one side of the glass? I'm gonna try to take the other side and like slam it to the floor.
So you go over and you pick up the glass, and I'm confused what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's on the ground and it's
So
coming
it
out
is
of the
come
pieces.
out of the glass.
Yeah, it's on the ground.
I'm gonna
I
try
thought
to take
for a second like the guy picked
a
it
hand
up.
axe and try to like chop at the glass to like cut it as it's trying to come out.
Yeah. So you want to shatter the glass?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And I'm
just an
shouting.
attack roll.
Huh?
I will shout. I'm shouting to Veer and to.
So you just yelling.
Oh yeah.
Ah! There is no
I'm gonna
sound
grab a
that
blanket.
comes from the cabin.
Do you want just a regular attack?
go ahead.
Yeah. That is a 10.
So you go to hit the glass, and all of a sudden you just
Oh, 7.
you go flying back up against the wall.
I'm gonna grab like a
No damage.
big blanket and just kind of like lay it over the glass.
So you
Go
put,
to
like,
sleep.
you put the
Now
blanket
it's a
over,
ghost!
and you start to see like a figure's back, like come
Now you
through the
just
glass.
know it's like,
More terrifying.
And all of a sudden, like, oh my god, I wish you
Put a sheet over it. Now it's scarier.
even a spookier ghost. Standing up, the blanket falls like down, and you
that's
see
terrifying.
this regal, ghost white, almost translucent mage. Their arms are like this. They almost he ignores you and looks down at the man scratching his arms. You have suffered, but you must have silence. You remember that what must always remain forgotten. And the sword goes straight through the guy's neck. Just he seems to kind of like, and it goes into his sheath.
Was that really necessary?
What did he tell you?
That he was supposed to remember. And nothing else.
He looks at you.
Yeah.
What did he say?
That he had to remember and nothing else.
Can I get a stealth roll?
Huh?
Can I get a stealth roll? That is a 19.
He rolled a 19.
Ow.
I was like, you're not going to avoid him.
He's got a -5 perception, right?
What did he say?
He said that he couldn't remember. And nothing else. Nothing.
Scared.
Did you whisper that to him?
We will be watching. We will be watching. On the floor, you see the blanket that fell begin to move, like as though other things are coming out of the glass.
Nice.
No.
We will be watching. And he shatters.
It's like he's
Nice.
I love that.
And the doors and the curtain just kind of seems like it's limp, and it just opens, and light pierces through.
Whisper. What does Graham say about scary glass men that just killed a man?
I don't think she ever mentioned it.
Was that Montague?
Why don't you get an soul? He's an axe.
Shout, Oi, Veer! Rue!
Are you yelling?
I am now, yeah. Oi! Veer, Rue!
They're yelling for us.
Get your asses in here!
Blood.
All right, so I'll jog
Yeah, they
over there.
sound terrified.
So as you
I will now go in the door.
as you look and then you walk up, I assume to the dead body, like
Yeah.
anybody, like there is no wound.
Oh, so he's dead, but there's no wound.
There's no wound. As the group begins to walk into the house, and everyone kind of looks, the smoldered fires of the town burning in the distance, and the nice low thrum of guitar strings begin to waft over the village.
I've got my hands on my knees and I'm like heaving, like.
Intermission.
The blinky didn't help.
So we'll be back in 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
For those of you on TikTok, we will restart the stream because it will kick us off after a few hours. Welcome back. We're going to jump right back into the game. A scary ghost, as everyone said. Spooky ghost. A spooky ghost. Just shattered into the floor. For those of you who are part of, have been watching us for a while, it was one of the Crystalline Order members.
Prove it.
The doors open, light pours into the small house, and the whelpish cries of guys, Vera, hey,
Whelpish.
like whelps.
Wow.
No, that sounds.
I prefer to think I was shouting really manly like.
Okay, well,
Like, help me! Hi!
it's debatable.
Did he attack you? Why did you kill this man?
You guys okay?
If you can tell, there's no puncture wounds in this man. But we
Oh,
did not
is
kill
he
him.
not dead?
But that, no,
No, he's dead.
Very dead.
And
Something came out of the glass and just stabbed him.
there ought to be a puncture wound right
He
under
asked
his
us the
chin.
same question. And we said nothing else.
I want to go look
Are
at the
you
body.
okay?
No.
For so many reasons.
I need to talk about it.
Okay, let's go talk about it.
Thank you, Ego.
Right, Veer, take a look.
Rue, does this? He looks pretty dead to me, but how did he die?
It looks pretty dead.
Can I do a medicine check?
He's mostly dead.
How do you?
May I take a piece of the glass?
19.
He dead. No.
I say you, he did.
I say he
That
dead.
boy needs some milk.
It looks as though I'm trying to think like the best, like how would you know? But you notice that he is dead.
First off,
I don't think you know anything else. Like you see no wounds. So maybe he had a heart attack. Did it scare him to death? Like what happened?
I saw a guy drive a sword through the back of his neck, right under his chin, came out the other side.
And there he is now.
Right.
Yeah, that's really what happened.
I mean, obviously I believe you.
It was terrifying.
There's got to
That's
be
very
something more to
interesting.
it.
Magic.
I've never read anything
I
like
know.
it.
I know. Probably one of the old gods.
Stupid.
So did you find out like what you wanted to find out about?
Yeah, right. So, do you remember that bloke at the beach? Silas Pellegraph. Real
Oh, that guy who
Blighter.
yelled at you?
Should
Right.
we say this away from the glass, just in case he comes back?
He's a right piece of shit.
He is a right piece of shit.
Somebody yells from the.
Anyway,
Good, thanks, Aaron.
Jim, Slim here,
He's still playing.
told us it was Silas. It was Silas, but not Silas. Like, he looked all weird.
Well, it sounds like they look like that one guy who attacked us.
So he was. So Silas was the one wearing the black armor,
Right. But it is not. It's not like him.
not the way you.
Well,
was.
you said
No.
you did say he's a dick.
I did say that, but he's not a dick with like that armor and it's like green and there's weird talk about the things that scare you and that make you sad. Me old Graham said, "Don't worry about the past; it's over." But this guy was all on about, "Oh, you made a choice. You feel bad about it." And Silas couldn't find his left hand from his butthole, so it wouldn't be like him.
Slim still
He's a right piece of shit.
That's right.
So he's like, it's like he was like possessed by something.
Yes, it's
hear all
just
And-
like
And then, so did
Wow, he's got a good perception.
did Silas come out of the glass?
no somebody else. Who was it?
He had like the makings of royalty.
He had the makings of royalty.
He had a crown, didn't he?
He looked. Yeah.
Regal.
It was all silver, and it came out of that glass.
I look at the glass.
It looks inert.
And when I looked at it, all right.
I'm gonna check Slim's eyes first, though. See if he still has the green around it.
He does not, and he
Oh.
looks. It looks glassy.
So why did this figure say anything? Why did he just? Why was he
Popped
killed?
through, and it killed him. And then
Did
it asked
say
us the question.
something. It did say something right before killing him.
I was too terrified.
Me too. I vaguely remember there was like, you suffer, and you suffer because you remember, and you were meant to suffer. Something, stab.
That
Was
sounds
he
like a lot of
ending the
suffering.
suffering?
Yeah, was he putting him out of his misery?
Maybe it didn't.
I think it was because he wanted to stop us from being known about what's happening. Because like he
So
told us.
you found out a little bit, but not enough for the glass man to kill you.
We played it really cool, like.
Really swole.
That's right. So
Yeah,
we
we
fooled
said-
him right
Oh, I
off.
had the same answer.
Told
The
us.
right answer.
All right. Now, is it concerning that his eyes are glassy? That was.
That
like
usually it
messing
does
up.
occur in dead folk.
And there's no more green. I'm
Oh,
gonna just like, as respectfully as
Just like
possible,
puppeteer him.
like gently open his eye, just as respectful as opening a dead guy's eye.
So
is.
he also said he'd be watching us. He said they'd be watching us, and then there was many of them coming out of the
That's
glass.
triggering me. It's triggering
The word
me.
you're looking for is gingerly.
Gingerly.
Wait, there was multiple people coming out of the glass?
For a little bit, we only saw them because of the blanket.
Yes, the blanket moved like a ghost.
All right, I've had enough. Right, this story's all kinds of made up. This is your company. This is how you keep company with
This is
Margaret.
oh
The best I can do.
yeah, I'm with you.
Margaret, I went with him to verify. It's both of us confirming.
And you can trust me.
The jury's still out on Normandy here.
Why don't we finish cleaning up all these body parts? That's real. That's visceral. That's something you can touch.
It's right, Margaret, but why would Slim Ear lie about Silas? It don't make no sense.
That is the only piece of this whole thing that's worth noting. Honestly, I think we need to get back to Gavra and we need to make reports known.
It's right.
We need to stop them from getting to Gavra.
Well, I don't think we can stop them.
Maybe they can put that guy
But we can
in
get to
the
them.
in the reef.
Silas.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to
I
see
feel
that.
like he'd break out in the
I
state.
think a lot of
Apparently you
people in the
can't.
slums would like to see that.
That's right. If we could find some witnesses to say that Silas did this.
We had one.
Well,
Well, he's dead.
he's dead.
Oh, I can say it. I'll say
But
that.
we
Why
could count as a testimony.
right bad luck, ain't it?
But we would count as testimony because we spoke to him before he died.
It don't matter. You know the courts will throw the case right out. They only see with the hand extended, they do.
That and it's technically hearsay, which is coins of
That's
evidence.
enough, old Maggie. We know you's angry.
So actually, I feel like we got a lot of the bodies cleaned up, so there shouldn't be much more work.
All right.
All right, then. I didn't know you were so fast and nimble with your
It's
your cadavers.
it's Bjorn. He's very strong. He was not
We
very
see him in the background
careful.
just like heaving.
Yeah, he was not. It's a good thing that everyone who loved those people were not witnessing how he handled it.
Gotta get to work.
We saw the paintings in the house.
Yes.
I would like to see if Slim's family survived, if they're among the survivors.
So as you go back to you meet the survivors, you see that Aaron is still playing in the, and people seem to be like calmer with him, some music wafting. But you walk in, you look around, you investigate, you talk to some people.
They didn't make it. Right, Shane. Right, Shane.
Well, now they're all together.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, usually when you're dead, you're just dead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just dead.
Is there any anywhere else you'd like to investigate?
I would like to know if I found anything of interest on the bodies that I cleaned.
Go and do an investigation check.
And I had said earlier that I was going from house to house to see if there were any injured or anybody else left in the houses. Was there
Perfect.
anything-
Well, you do an investigation too.
Nat 1.
I'll
They're
look for
poor.
things of interest as well. That's probably not 6, 7.
No.
An 8.
Yeah, I couldn't find
You
any.
do a right. The group does a right swell job checking the houses.
I did not find
I was
any
just
of
looking for
the
people.
shiny.
You will
lights.
find like opening houses and stuff. You will find some people. You usher them back. I would say between all of you, you find about 5 people.
Okay. Let's go.
So, I guess this would be to Margaret. Look, Margaret, I know this might sound queer, but I really think we should take just one of these barrels, take it away from the others, and just check and see what's in it. Because
I'm not opening something that kills someone instantly in poison.
Well, it's alright. That's a good point. But what are we gonna do
Well,
with
you
it?
just don't
Yeah,
breathe it in.
I
You
say
cover
we
it with
draw
glass.
straws.
Why don't we
Why
see
don't we just
if
put-
Ego or Crumb will go into it?
Why don't
I
we
know
just
they
go far away
Well,
and
just
then
give me my
like
stalker wings.
shoot it or
It's a good step up.
But
break
like,
it from
guaranteed.
I'll put in a good word for you.
Well, Via does
That's
say.
a good
What
word.
do we?
I'll open it with you.
Oh, never mind. They've got it, but far away now.
I'll just be behind you.
Like,
okay?
how heavy is it? Is it a heavy?
Very.
Like, more than 50 pounds?
I would say the whole barrel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like relative weight of a barrel. I would say
Blade
400
nerd over
pounds.
400. Ooh.
Should we try to like shake it?
Yeah, we need.
Does it sound like it's
I think you and I are gonna need to like
Careful.
Take it, yeah. Do it together.
You can just roll it on the ground.
They're gonna drop it. Just
Roll out the barrel.
Flammable.
You'll have a barrel of fun.
explosive that you guys.
A 400-pound barrel we're trying to shake. Just put it on the ground and roll it.
So like, no, we work together. We just take it up.
You know what? We'll get through the wood. Fire.
Are we just lifting the top up or the whole?
We're taking the whole barrel out.
Away.
Away.
I want so badly this to end with like them in the distance. All you just is.
And thank you for joining our game.
You come back, you
We'll be done in
you
an hour.
why don't we let them take the cart, and then we take them somewhere, we push them off the cart, and then we ride back. And then
Well, I don't know how we're gonna do that. A bit's on the cart.
Yeah.
We can't leave a bit of bits.
What about bit?
What about bit of bits?
Justice
He's
for big.
He's probably lighter than the barrel.
Let's just roll it out and then have
also
Helena shoot it with one of
He's a
her
pretty
fire
big guy.
arrows. That way,
I was just
That's
gonna
what I
like
said.
That's what Via
But
said.
nobody.
We could just crack it open.
They were ready to crack it open.
I'm fine letting them do whatever they
So like
want.
we take a barrel
Yeah,
out,
we
we
pick up one
walk
barrel.
it like maybe 500 feet away from everybody else.
We're all
and then,
watching like Oppenheimer.
Yeah. So like I'm just gonna look at it. Is there a way to open it like from the lid, like or anything like that?
So you guys, okay, it's 400 pounds between the two of you. You guys lug it out into the field, ignoring all of the advice of the women folk. I'll give you inspiration because nobody even heard you.
I was trying. I tried.
You did try.
I did not hear what you said.
I know. That's
Yeah,
okay.
it's
This
good.
is what happened.
Yeah, this is 100% what happened. So you guys walk it all the way
I'll
out.
set
You
it
bring
on
a
fire.
crowbar. The barrel's sitting in the middle of a field. You guys stayed away from the weed, like in a grass field, and you see the shattered isle crest. And what do you guys want to do?
I'd like to determine if there's a way to like gingerly open it.
Gingerly.
Yeah, just like
the
That is the
Yeah,
word
so
of the day.
athletics.
Ooh,
Let's hang on. Let's do
Sleight of
let's do
hand?
sleight of hand.
Okay, I got it.
Gingerly just take.
Yeah,
the
you're
side.
probably better at it than me.
Okay. 5 plus 7.
12.
12.
So your sleight of hand will be ginger, but now you have to have strength. So
Okay.
athletics.
Athletics.
It's too ginger.
Okay. Okay. I take out my thieves' tools and like try to like sleight of hand it open.
Sleight of hand.
Lockpick it.
22.
So you are
Better.
super ginger, but you're gonna have to use
Athletics.
yeah. So, I mean, there's no finessing it really. It's a sealed barrel.
8 plus 3 is 11. So less.
So
We just keep watching. We're waiting. Like,
I'll try it again.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
Ginger now, but not too ginger.
Okay, that's a little better.
You can keep your gingerly roll.
Oh, you don't
the
have
first
to.
one. So this is just athletics.
Oh, just athletics?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say again. One more try. You shoot it with your arrow.
While they're out there, it's explosives. We'll know instantly.
11.
I have a goal.
Okay, so the group is just like, you just see the two of them like, well, you try it.
That's too ginger. I would like to try one more time.
What?
Okay, last try, guys.
attempt, last
try.
attempt.
What is he trying to do with lockpicks?
So close.
Okay.
I keep rolling 8s.
All right, we're gonna just like pry it off with level.
Yeah, so no ginger. So you guys help each other. Who's gonna like? So you just.
I'll do it.
All right, you have advantage.
Yeah.
Or what am I? Which check am I doing? Just straight.
Athletics. Just
Athletics.
no.
You get to roll 2. When I
You get to roll 2.
Okay, well that's a 19.
Oh.
That'd be
Probably
pretty
doable.
good.
We'll see.
And a 15. So 19 plus 3 is 22.
Yeah, that'll finally get it open.
Okay.
We have the same abilities. Okay. It didn't matter which one of us.
If it's black rocks, just run away.
So you're like, I got it. Oh, F this! Crack! The top of it splinters in, and black dust just
They're dead.
fumigates out.
I have my I had my mask on the whole time. I back away.
Oh shit! So I take off.
In your
Like
both,
fireworks,
you're like,
just take
like you just gonna. It is filled with
There you go.
black rocks,
And we've been watching very carefully.
and you see the plume go.
So as soon as if you start running towards us, oi, stop right here! Don't move a muscle. It's your life. And I've got my bow out.
What is it?
It's the poison?
It's the poison.
Well, is this gonna kill him?
Well, I
we
guess
don't-
we'll wait and see.
We don't
I
know
guess
that.
I didn't
Is
breathe
it a
it in.
contagious poison?
We don't know.
How are you feeling?
I feel fine.
I got a mask on. I didn't inhale.
All right, don't move.
Don't do it. Get on your knees.
Are you trying to shoot the poison?
Wish I thought of a better way to do this.
Stay right there. We're gonna figure something out.
Okay.
Really?
How you doing,
First
Ego?
off, field decon.
I feel
Yeah.
We're gonna take some buckets of water,
Do I
and we're
feel
gonna place
fine?
them like halfway between us. We're gonna leave them there. Then you're gonna come over, and you're just gonna douse yourselves. You're gonna clean yourselves off as much as possible.
I like
Okay?
it.
That's a good idea.
I read about that for like decontamination.
Just don't shoot me.
What's going on here?
Root, what if we
Bitter
have them
Bick.
pour gasoline on themselves and then we just
Oh
annoy
God,
them?
I hope he didn't try
Or
to.
we could give them the cure medicine mushrooms.
I don't think it's gotten quite there yet. We don't know.
We don't have to cure them yet.
What's going on right here?
You must be Bitter Bick.
Oh, feeling much better.
You're much better, Bitter Bick.
What's happening out there?
He's not dead. He's not dead. That pressure point really worked. I gotta learn me how to do that.
Thank you
can you
for
put some
applying
of
the
that
salve on me.
Absolutely.
Put some of that salve on me.
You might need
Can I
it.
adjust it? Can I
need
adjust
some of that
salve? You have an interior
If it was in my body, would I then be healed better?
So, right, Bitter, we think that the barrels you got are all really dangerous. I mean, like, really.
Oh yeah, I saw it in there. I saw one of them open. I'm like, these look like glizz, but they're completely black.
Wait,
Wait, we took that in the caravan, did we?
right.
Oh, we need to burn that. We need to burn it right quick, I think. I would have told you, but nobody helped me get up. Except you. Thought I was gonna die. I was delirium.
I thought you were gonna die too.
Does he seem sick?
Yeah. So he's it's been like what 24 hours with him, right?
Can we do medicine checks on? Can I do a medicine check on him?
Sure.
Can I just see how much he was able to heal you?
5.
It doesn't seem like he's affected by a 5. Like,
I mean, he seems fine to me.
Can I see if he's sick since I've been around? I know something.
read
of it.
some stuff.
I've read stuff about it.
you'd be the last one. Kevin, are you looking at something or
I was seeing what the how long
What am I
it would
rolling?
take to.
medicine?
Am I feeling anything?
18.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
18 on Bitterbick.
He's not showing any signs. That doesn't mean he's not infected, but he's not showing signs.
Plus 2. 14.
You don't feel anything.
So, right, bitter.
I feel
Or,
fine.
or if you saw that, you saw it,
So they had one open inside of the port of Andros.
right?
Because I had kicked a barrel open.
All right.
Oh, God.
And right before I could yell out, I was literally looking at them and I went, "Hey guys!" And an arrow went right through his spleen.
Probably from the door, right? It came right through the door.
It wasn't. I thought that door
I
was
thought I
really
had a
guarded.
proper vantage point, okay?
So, bitter, listen. I need you to walk over and be with Crumb and Elroy for a bit.
All right.
Go check on them.
You just because we got to figure this out.
Hey boys.
Hey!
Hey,
Bitterbick! Good to see you.
sorry about the. I was looking for a very good vantage point, like above, so like I'd have like the high ground.
I mean, a man's gotta pee.
At least my excuse was tactical in some.
Rue, what do you think there's anything to do for these blokes?
Can we? And I want to walk away from like Maggie, and all of them.
We have to decapitate them and burn the bodies.
That would be-
I vote no.
It's the only way. Give me the mushroom.
I mean, it's time for the cure.
I had a mask on.
I'm gonna throw you a mushroom. I need you all three to eat it.
Rude, what do you think? Yeah, we can move. We
Yeah,
can
let's
move away.
like move away from like your whole
Right.
Yeah.
posse.
I mean, I don't.
Okay, so we didn't get sick.
They're not showing any. Bitterbick at least isn't showing any signs, and he's been to it
Yeah.
24
Yeah, but now
hours.
we've sent him closer, so he's dead.
Okay, we did not bring Bjorn with us. Point that out.
Bjorn went over
Or
there.
Helena.
But it is true because Bjorn was
He
down there
did-
with the
he did-
barrel, and he didn't get sick.
And we're, but
No.
the thing is, we still don't 100% know what the incubation period is. We think it's relatively quick, but
Yeah, and it's just like we kind of all walked through. Well, you didn't.
You know, I was
but we
running
were
my
all
mask.
really
Why
like
didn't you
trying
put
to
on
buy
yours?
all of the
I didn't
meat.
think about it.
Yeah.
right.
I have my cloak though, so.
Yeah, no, you're covering the top of your head,
Yeah.
which that's fair. The top of the head is the most vulnerable.
Well, as long as they get to the decontamination thing that we were talking about.
Yeah, we're
Is that
staying
there?
right here.
You ain't provided any water.
Yeah, we're waiting for the water.
You know where the well is.
So
You
want
want us to go to the well?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that?
No, we don't want them to
No.
contaminate the whole well.
You guys get the water, bring it close to them, and then they'll come and dunk the water over them.
Who are you talking to?
Anybody who is not them.
So,
Bjorn and Helena.
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll
so
go with
not our 3 plague victims. That's what you're saying.
Potential.
Sorry, potential.
I'm not gonna touch any of that. Okay.
The water.
What if I want to just use my water skin and douse myself?
You'll need more than that.
Fair. Yeah.
All right, I'll go get some water. So Margaret walks over to the well with Tavros.
Okay.
As you begin to talk, you hear Margaret. Oh, there's someone down here.
I was right.
Are they
There's
dead?
a lassie
Yeah,
in the
they
well.
did.
Are you dead down there? They say no.
Is that really our problem right now?
We'll dig them out in a second. But for right now, I don't know of anything to stop this once it takes hold. I don't know enough about it. I think that our best bet might be to have them self-quarantine for right now. And then if any of them start developing symptoms, we give them those mushrooms and say, hey, if you start feeling sick, then this can cure you. But
Here's the thing.
it will only work if you start feeling sick.
But I only have so many of those, so like I'm not gonna let them have
Just have them. I got
yeah,
you.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they come in handy.
Right.
So what we need to do, we need to burn the rest of those barrels.
Right.
Well, are we sure the rest of the barrels have them in it?
Would you like to open them?
I wouldn't, but we have 3 very contaminated men that could.
And then they'll just contaminate whatever is in there, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, good point.
Margaret walks over with a bucket of water. Here you are.
Thank you.
Wait, no, halfway. Supposed to go halfway. Between the.
Oh no!
the
I'm sorry. He didn't hand it to her. I was thinking he was handing it back to you. Here you are. It's
Okay.
a bucket of
Okay,
water for
thank you. So I'll just kind of like, as I'm still talking, like walk maybe 20 feet away from us and just put it on the ground. I'm like, let's just keep this going, just
So,
one at a time.
All right, Bitter Bick, you were probably.
I know you want us to bring you up, but I need you to fill the bucket.
Maybe they could ride up with the next bucket.
Maybe. Bitter Bick, you probably had the sniffles the longest with it. You decontaminate yourself first.
we don't even know how cool.
Can he come back to the group now?
Not yet.
I'm wet and miserable,
Yeah, he is.
Hey, at least you're not dead.
and it's raining.
It's raining.
Yeah, would we be
It is.
decontaminated by the way?
Not enough. Just lots of water, as much as you can do.
This
Great.
process goes on for a few
Yeah.
months.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. Yeah, this is a problem, but I'm really curious who would be trying to spread this, because it feels very intentional.
Right.
Right.
Mainlanders that are angry at archipelagoers?
Well,
It sounds like it came from your prison islands.
the shattered. Which, Roy, if they've managed to, they might have a axe to grind, as they say.
But how are they not sick?
Maybe
They could be.
Is this actually the thing you get, the sickness that everyone's worried about, or is it something else?
Looked like it, right? Yeah.
And we were.
But have you guys ever actually seen it?
I've
or just
read
heard?
about it.
But yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Bjorn seemed to.
Yes, I thought Bjorn had seen it.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
freak
If only he was here.
He did freak out.
So, I think I do want to. Oi, Margaret, who's out in the well?
Want to know? I didn't ask him.
Why don't you haul them up? Maybe they saw something before they went down there.
Right, head on.
Jump down the well.
Tavros begins to pull. Hold on. And he pulls up. And you see a woman and child get pulled out of the well.
Are they
Probably
Slims?
jumped in there so they didn't get cut down.
Do they look like
They
Slims?
do.
Hey, it's Slims! Oh no, it's Slims. I don't want to break the news.
They look like
Not it.
like haggard
Yeah.
and like cold and shivering and shaking.
Is that the
Hydrated.
dead guy's family?
Oh, that looks like Slim's family. Oh, somebody should tell them the bad news about Slim.
I think that
Shoot the arrow.
he just
right, right between the eyes.
well, they're probably not surprised, as most people.
Well, I mean, Slim didn't.
Some of the
He
people
had
come
a
out of
heart
the
attack.
main hall.
He had a
and
heart
they
attack,
to comfort
yeah.
these two.
Okay.
I thought you were going.
Don't tell them about this.
I'm not
getting
going to tell.
stabbed
I
by
won't
the
tell
glass
anybody
man.
about that. I'm doing the English accent now.
The guy.
It's very
who was holding his
contagious.
sword walks out.
It's like you're
Thank you so much for everything you've done. Is Slim all right?
He had a scare.
I'm afraid he didn't make it.
I was worried about that. I wanted to go check on him, but I couldn't leave everyone. I didn't know if those things were still out there.
Yeah, no, you were right. We don't know for sure what killed him, but he didn't make it.
May the drowned one take him, and perhaps his death will mark a new beginning for his loved ones. Praise F.
You know, I'm regretting opening that barrel right about now.
I think so too.
You know, when Slim grabbed me and he said the things he would regret, I did not think that would be one of them, but it is now.
We probably should have tried it one more time, gingerly.
Oh, we should have listened to somebody else's suggestion instead of just gung-hoing it ourselves.
Or maybe you should have watched the door.
Yeah, because we would not be in this book.
Right. It all goes back to the door. So
I hate doors.
Well,
I think
here's-
if I were in charge, I'd make everything curtains.
I think you're right about, or think they have to keep a safe distance from us for a while.
Right. And I just don't know. We don't know. That's the
Well,
problem.
I guess we just maybe after a few days, if they're not sick, then maybe they're immune.
I feel fine.
Yeah. What if
I'd
say we
feel
can-
any different other than
Because
more
it
wet
definitely
from the rain.
seems like the people got sick before they turned into monsters.
That's right.
right?
We got some
That's
time.
that's what happened with the boy at least. How about we get rid of the barrels, we bury them, burn them, cover them back up, and then those that have been infected, they can stay inside the wagon as we travel to Gavra.
Maybe we ship them right back to those islands.
What's stopping them from shipping them back to our islands?
Just a feedback loop.
Here you go.
Gotcha.
It's called bummer.
Take backs.
The barrel's just gonna have a stack of stamps on them.
How
fruit
close
gifts.
are we to a port?
Cake.
Gavra.
Gavra,
is the port.
could we should just throw them into the maelstrom.
Now, what if we do that and then it affects all the fish, and now we have no more fish? Thus, more people die, and it could infect our water.
I think you're all talking in circles. I say we chain them up and walk them behind the horses.
Who?
The horses get sick, we'll put them down. If the lads get sick, we'll put them down.
I like his plan of
Is that
burying
accurate?
them.
Not the people, though.
No, the barrels. We throw the people in the back of the car.
Why are you so worried about them having a contagious poison?
Because it's poison.
I don't know if I quite trust what you're saying.
Yeah.
Whisper, you're already on the Rocky with us. You want to come clean here?
Why would you want to stay around someone who's poisoned? And they could have those poison fumes and dust.
Because I ain't
all
never
over
heard of a
them.
contagious poison.
No, but they have it on them. Did you not see them?
They've washed it off.
Have we?
As we're putting barrels
Yes.
of water up.
Hey, look at me. I'm Buckethead. I got a bucket forehead.
All I can tell you is I ain't never seen anything like what hit that village behind us. And in the middle of that village was a barrel like that one. And I don't want anything like that happening to us. And it's a God's honest truth.
Graham would be proud.
Right, old Graham says, when you see something that's gonna kill other people, it might kill you too.
Just mine.
I don't think she'd be proud because I feel like she wants you to lie. And you're being very honest.
No, we're not.
No, we're
So,
not.
I don't know what it is. I just know it is very bad. I ain't seen nothing like it.
So,
Regardless of what it is,
Did you say very rad? I can't hear you all the way over there.
You're fine. Dump the water.
I'm Buckethead.
Whisper, we don't have much to bring back to the guild.
I know.
We only found one piece, sir. He didn't make the briefing. Don't be letting him in on nonsense. We only found one thing. And the barrels. Oh, you want us to burn our only bounty because they might be contagious poison.
Do you want to kill the guild?
Is that serious?
It's
It might be.
it's a possibility.
You have.
What do you need to take this guild? What do they want?
Right. Look, I know it's all on me. And I know I can't go home empty-handed. So here. And I pry off that sigil ring that I found in the ship. When I was at the beach, I found this.
She picks it up. What is it?
It's a
It's a ring.
It's
You
a
put it
breath
on your
mint.
finger.
It's a breath mint.
it's a ring of the it's got the wolf and the chain chains.
The Cult of the Iron Chain.
The cult of the
Or-
iron. It's got the sigil of the iron chain on it.
She
But
drops
look
it.
at that.
What in the hell is what?
But look,
From the mainland?
oh, right, and look, right. Think of the pretty penny that's going to fetch.
She leans down and picks it back up.
Oh, I mean, there'll be collectors. Even if you don't want to melt it down, I'll think a museum or a noble. Oh, I mean, you could get 12 barrels of rutabagas anytime.
This, Tavros? Tavros grabs it. It's interesting.
Right,
We found it on a ship.
right. It was like a shipwreck. It's right off the beach.
You found it on a shipwreck heading toward us.
Oh, I don't know where it was headed. It was on the. It was like just marooned off the beach.
All right. It's interesting to say the least.
How many horses do they have?
4.
Okay.
Surprised you're so willing to part ways with it.
I'm telling you straight. These barrels, I don't know what they are, but they're bad.
All
And
right.
I'm willing to give you that ring to make sure we take care of them.
We'll burn them.
Right.
May I suggest, if you're still looking for more money and wealth other than the ring, you have 4 very rare animals to the archipelagos.
The horses,
They'd fetch a fine glint.
we'll sell them or repurpose them.
I'd sell them. Then you'd be able to get more resources out of them.
Normandy. Ixnay on the L and the Ifs say what to do with their horses.
It's a good plan.
They got their own plans.
What kind of stuff do they want? Maybe we can just give them something.
Just give them a ring. We're all good.
Okay.
So
Alright.
they're not going to burn it, but they let you if you want.
Okay. I think that's the best
So
thing.
I think we should take the cart far away from this village, off the road, in the middle
away
of
from the
nowhere.
crops.
Dig a hole, throw the barrels in there, burn it, cover it back up.
I
Is
like
that what you like to do?
Yeah.
And then these guys are just going to stay in the field, drenching themselves in water.
Right, and
They're
then
about 30 feet behind us.
Yeah.
and then they're gonna ride in the right. Is that what you said? They can
Yeah.
ride in the wagon.
Just gurgle some water.
I swear with my auntie's grave that he just said some words, waved his hand, and then he hit you right in the pressure point there, and that cured you.
I didn't survive getting shot in the spleen to die next to you 2 idiots! And he hits you both in the back of the head.
It's the Three Stooges. I love it.
All right, so I would say about 2 hours pass. It's getting to be late afternoon. You dug the barrel hole. You've thrown the barrels in. You even threw the one that was open.
Yeah.
And you have them all in a hole outside of Calgary with a C. What would you like to do now?
I think we should light it from a distance, and another Oppenheimer moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it just out of left like a mushroom cloud.
Okay, is that what you're doing? Who's gonna take the shot?
I have a bow. Can you light this torch? And we'll light the arrow on fire.
That's right.
I happen to be a right quick good shot with my crossbow.
You're too far away.
He could go right up. They could just walk.
Yeah, we
up
should
to
have them
it.
just just light it by hand.
I'll shoot it.
I could shoot it all 400
Do you have any
feet, no
flammables or
problem.
anything? Or are you just gonna plan on? Because it is still raining. Like, how are you gonna?
Oh, can we
Oh,
put
I
an
actually
oil
think
on?
I do have oil, so.
If we can douse the.
Yeah, I have oil.
Perfect.
I'll put oil on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a stickler, but like just.
Okay.
We'll need them to
So,
wield
okay,
by hand.
Someone light it though. Light it. I dipped it in oil.
Light
Okay,
this
here we
candle.
go. All right, am I just attacking? 15.
Yeah. So you shoot the arrow. It ignites, and the fire is like red, and then all of a sudden it starts turning black.
It's midday, and as the glints burn, you feel a wind kind of pulling from behind you, like your shirt's blowing toward the hole. And it looks as though the light around you is being like sucked toward the hole. So like imagine like your shadows are going forward. Just like, and after about 5 minutes, everything goes calm.
Remember, you're supposed to cover it up as it's burning.
After. Right, I think it's your turn now.
What?
Go fill that in.
Yeah, make sure they're
I
gone.
better get my wings.
Yeah. All right.
So as you guys, the three of you head over to the hole and kind of peer down into it, you notice that the hole has been glassed on the bottom, just like,
It's kind of pretty over here.
That's
Like in Black Glint.
and it's like
that.
as the light hits it, it's almost like it swirls slightly, but the
That-
glints are gone.
That's particularly weird. I don't think I read anything about that.
dangerous, that is.
Oh.
Coming out of the wheat,
Oh, God.
the wheat.
What do you know about that? What do you know about it?
Tharic knows that it's a curse, the death of light. It's a sickness, gets in the rocks, gets in your soul.
He's near these guys, so he's yelling to you.
Okay.
I can smell it in your soul.
And he comes up to you.
But there's good in there
Stay
too.
away.
Good and evil, light and dark.
He kind of climbs up your leg slightly.
Will you forsake one for the other?
Dagger to his
What?
throat.
You're dying, son. I can smell it on you. Thamaric knows.
Since when can that thing know that?
I don't know.
What?
Mark, do you know any way to keep them from dying?
He's kind of like snaps his head towards you.
Oh, the blue one from the box.
You
They
know-
have to choose.
You do
Choose
have a bit
what?
of azureness to you.
A change
He looks deeper.
to everything. Thamaric can save you, but you won't be the same.
Okay.
I want to see this.
I'd also like to live.
We'll get to you. It'll be harder.
It's keeping you away.
I don't like you as much. Down to Thamaric's level. Down to Thamaric.
What about Peter Pick?
We'll get to him too. One at a time. Thamaric is only one.
Like, slowly tilt down.
He like goes like this. It's like,
Open wide. Yes, the sickness is already taking hold.
But I
Less so in your friends.
he looks over.
Oh, rank.
He looks at Bitter Pick.
Rank as well. But it's not inside you. Not yet. It is inside of you.
Get it out.
Yes, yes. Thamaric will help.
What? Who are you? Besides,
Thamaric!
He's fine.
He's the blue thing.
you.
Well, I
Thamaric
could
knows-
see that.
Thamaric knows ancient
You.
things.
Oh. Okay, now I'm actually more worried.
Don't worry about it.
Shh. Thamaric needs silence. Do you want Thamaric to help you?
Well, I don't want to die.
He looks over at the blue one.
Should I? What does this one mean to you?
He is a life, just like any other. I think we should help if we
Is all life precious?
Mine is.
I would concur that all life is precious.
I need the blue one to answer.
In one fashion or another, yes.
Thamaric knows that that's what you'd answer, but Thamaric doesn't know how. Look, come.
Okay.
What is your alignment?
I don't know if we picked that.
Neutral.
Okay.
Open wide.
And all of a sudden he opens his mouth wide, and you see, like, all of a sudden it's very Green Mile. You see the darkness, like flies, like exit your mouth into Thamaric's. Your alignment changes to neutral good.
We've got the BBEG.
All of your selfish tendencies seem to just burn out of you, and it leaves a hole in you, like something's missing, like
the dark side of you that gives you balance is gone. You will live.
What is...
Okay.
What just happened?
Now that wasn't a pressure point.
Smark vomits onto the ground.
I just imagine Grogu like.
Oh, yeah.
Blue Grogu.
Yeah.
He walks over to the hole and smells it.
Groger.
Fire has done its work, as it's wont to do. Burn away the darkness, leaving only poo.
What about us then?
You're fine. You'll live.
Oh, that's good to hear. Bit of pick, we're gonna live.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thmarek said he would stay out of the way. Forgive Thmarek, and he starts to like recede into the wheat.
Wait, Samarik.
I wilked my food and dust.
Wait, Samarik.
He's doing
He'll be back to eat. Why
What just happened?
why are you the only one who got sick?
But I mean, he was right next to it as it flumed up,
I think I breathed.
and he
it
didn't
in.
have his mask on like I did.
So we're good.
Yeah, how do you feel? All we saw was him like breathing on you, and we saw him.
I'm not really sure.
You feel good? Do you feel good?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's not gonna help you with the stalkers.
What the fuck was that?
I'm still trying to process that. There's been a lot that's happened to me in the last 12 hours.
So, it's then go back to the beginning of this conversation. It's been a week.
That's right. We've seen a lot of stuff, including that little bloke. That little fighter.
Thmarek?
Thamaric.
Let me just get this straight. You've encountered the black city guards that slaughtered the people before they slaughtered the people.
Yep.
You encountered Blue Guy before he sucked out my friend's poison.
He has a name, but yep.
I didn't quite catch it. He didn't really introduce himself right proper.
Thmarek.
Right. Like you are also aware of like this black powder poison that is very contagious to the point that he was infected within seconds of breathing it in.
Yeah.
It is poison.
What about all of this are you not getting? Aggie looks at you.
She's like my favorite.
Like it's all connected to you guys.
No.
No.
Like you all encountered it in the last 7 days right up to now.
Seems like a lot of coincidences, doesn't it?
That's because you guys just don't
Either that or they're
don't travel.
responsible in some fashion.
No.
Not like you, but intentionally did anything wrong.
Honestly, that's what I've been saying too.
Is that Margaret?
I think he makes a pretty good point. Things are a little strange around you fellows. I think it's time we get you to the guild. See what they're gonna make of you.
Does this mean I get my
That's
wings?
where we were going.
I swear to God, I'll kill you.
I'm happy to talk to the guild, of course. I do think we need to finish filling that hole. I'd like to talk to the little blue man when he comes back.
He'll come back when we go to bed because we have to feed him.
Well, that's but
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
I don't feel comfortable with that.
It's
I
okay.
thought you
It's
stay
okay.
in the woods.
Helena and I watch camp all night. It's fine.
Not very good at it. They're terrible.
What?
We now have 4 grade ones.
No, we have 4 to watch. Yeah, good.
So, as you're all talking, you begin to hear kind of wafting behind you.
The Black Knights have returned.
What's everyone doing? What is that?
It's been completely removed this whole time.
Ernan, it turns out that all those barrels were full of the black stuff.
That makes a lot of sense,
It's
doesn't
right.
it? What a right day we've had.
I can only think of a few people who've had a worse one.
My,
They all lived in that village.
Oh yeah,
That's fair.
that's a real shit life.
That's pretty good, Ma. That's pretty good, Whisper.
That's right.
That's pretty good. Honestly, it's always a pleasure that you look on the bright side of things. Well, I've been smitten, fell in love, and out of it in a few hours. Quite a lovely lass.
That tracks. All right. Well, should we finish this hole and then be on our way?
Yes, seems like maybe Aaron and we got some business with the guild.
Oh,
Right.
is that time, is it?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't want to put you out, Whisper. I just thought that, you're a little bit more in than I am, and I wanted to stay out of your way. You always tell me to not talk around the guild too much.
True. I think this time they're gonna want to hear it.
Well then, I'll be there for you, brother.
All right. Unless there's anything else.
I don't think so.
Let's get on.
But I do want to see if Samark knows anything about this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The Black Lens.
Do you want to start making your way for a little bit before you have to camp? You could probably make about 2 hours journey.
Yeah,
I
I'd
think
like to get
so.
as far away from this village as we can.
Yeah. Not happy.
As you walk out, you see you see the village in the distance. You bury the hole. You guys do everything that you'd like. But in your time before you leave, you do see that some of the village folk, including the little girl and the woman who were out of the well, they come, and one of them approaches. The little girl approaches you. I'm not sure who you all are, but thank you.
What is it?
It's a small stuffed animal.
I kneel down and I take it. Well, I appreciate this, but I think he's protected you, hasn't he?
Mommy says Daddy's light will shine in the darkness for us now.
Would you like to keep hold of him to keep you safe a little bit longer?
She pushes it up against your chest. I want you to have it. I'm not sure where you're going, but I think you could use some light.
I think so too. Thank you.
As you head away from the town, the smolders kind of slowly going away. You head into the darkness of the night. As you follow the river, the sound of rushing water growing glacial, kind of like heavy rushing, you see in the distance a gray wood. It is the Wintier Woods. They have a natural white bark that looks like it's frostbitten year-round. It's said to be slightly colder in the woods, and it is notorious for bandits, but it is looming in the distance. It's also a faster way toward Gavra, and will bypass most of the roads and weary eyes. I would say that you'll travel into the first night, and you make camp, and at about 8 p.m., Thamarik pops his head out from some of the wheat, as though he's been traveling silently beside you, and some of you with high perceptions actually have seen him every once in a while. Thamarik jumps out. Thamarik's here! Thamarik wants his food. Thamarik comes to food.
I'll go in my bag and grab him his food.
Here's a
And
mushroom.
his little antennas kind of shake up.
So can you explain what you did to our new friend, please?
Thamarik saw the darkness and decided to pull it out.
But how do you do, how?
Thamarek's having a hard time understanding how as well. Thamarik believes it is from a long time ago. A choice Thamarik made. A choice Thamarik's been trying to unmake. But these things take time.
Why would you unmake it? It seems like a very useful ability.
Because sometimes we need the dark.
Did you remove all of his dark?
To save him, yes.
Do you know how much dark is in a person?
Depends. More. Unknown. More. A little bit more. None.
And he comes up and hugs you. But
And he goes to hug you, Liz. But a little.
Well, Zamora, what about the black powder? It seemed like you'd seen that before. What is it? Where does it come from?
It is light that has lost its way.
It's a
Is
bit
that what's
cryptic.
gonna happen when Helena's light goes out?
He looks at it. I don't know what that is.
But it's got dark swirls in it. Does it seem dark?
I'm not sure. This is new.
Can I get my darkness back?
No, it's back there.
It will kill you.
It's light that lost its way, but somebody found it and put it in a barrel.
How do I explain? Oh, I know.
Science.
We have these. He pulls it out of a bag.
And it's a glint?
Yeah,
He pulls a glint out of the bag.
yeah. And we have
He has a bag of holding.
these. And this one looks like a normal glint that you would see.
Oh, okay.
These are pure, but over time, they erode.
Do they look like his glint? The first
This one does.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like
And-
alchemy.
And that doesn't look like the poison kind.
No.
It's just a
But eventually, it looks like the ones you saw today. And by that time, it's too late.
Oh, it's just like a vegetable rotten all the time. Like just pure, just gone.
Tamara kind of moves aside from the fire and he looks out into the distance where the looming dark shadows of the mountains, probably a month's journey away, and the light glowing. You can feel it, can't you? This world is dying.
Can I make a check for that?
knowledge climate change.
So survival check.
Is it dying or is it just getting darker?
The world needs both the light and the dark.
Is that why it's dying? Because it's getting darker?
So do you all think that somebody is mining these dying glints?
Where would you mine them? Like, it seems like.
Apparently in the Shattered Isles.
But it seems. You've lived here your whole life? Have you ever seen a glint get less glinty?
Have I? No.
No, it's like diamonds. Like it takes
Yeah.
years and years and years and years.
Though I have read it takes.
I mean,
like,
technically diamonds take much longer than that, but you know.
Like, is there processes that make them die faster?
well, I suppose you burn it more,
Can I see if I know anything about glints?
like acids.
Yeah, go ahead. Knowledge nature.
Where's nature? Oh, there it is. 17.
So something goes off in your mind. It kind of clicks. What if the thing that is distilled isn't the actual light part of it, but the decaying part? What if that's what's causing the hallucinations? What if it's not the quartz part, but the darkened part?
That's being distilled instead.
Just a thought that pops into your head.
And do people? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'll let you go first.
This, and you can tell me if I would know this. I mean, like, do people mine glints?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not usually deep because the idea is that they seem to be like shrapneled across the land. But sometimes the shrapnel goes deep in.
So they have to sort of dig it out.
Yeah.
Would you say that a majority of the glints have been mined and they're now being used as currency?
No, the whole land is just shrapneled with it.
Okay.
I mean, as much as they can.
But we've never seen. So, but this could be the refuse from a process.
It could be.
That's what, because it seems like there's too many of them, like, for people to have their hands on that many of them.
Yeah.
So that's why yeah.
Do we know where glints are refined?
So they're not usually.
They're raw.
They're raw.
They can be glintsmiths can turn them into things. There's the process of glamoring weapons, which means that you literally imbue them with glints. And there's also glister. That's the drug.
That's the drug, yeah.
It's the drug.
Oh, so the distilling is the drug is produced by the distilling process.
Yes.
So
And they're using the dark instead of the actual
Maybe.
quartz.
Maybe.
maybe.
I'll explain that part to the group.
Yeah.
Wait, people use this money as drugs?
Well, they don't use the money as drugs. They use the aftermath of I'm trying to think of the words. Distillation? Is that the word?
So is
Distillation.
there anything left of it after that?
Is there?
For what?
After like distilling them
No.
normally, there's
Not
nothing
at all.
left.
Okay.
No, not usually.
I wonder if someone is somehow taking the light out of them?
Would I know the process of doing it?
You don't know how to do it. You know who does.
May I see a glint?
Yeah, sure. I will pull out one of my small ones.
It gets darker.
Like darker, like blacker, like the ones we saw.
I'd like
As
that
she's
back.
holding it.
This one's darker than the other ones.
No. Hand it back.
You're breaking it.
You're breaking.
Doing it wrong.
Mark disappears into the into the wheat.
I forgot to get my dagger. I'd like that back.
I don't want to keep it.
I'm gonna take it back. Does it regain some of its light?
Yep.
See,
Did you just pull light out of?
I don't want to pull light out of anything.
I
I didn't pull any. I just touched it.
The dark begins to get pervasive. Even the fire begins to kind of douse as the darkness of Tyve begins to wash over the land.
Would I personally know the person who makes glister? Crap.
So, what if I knew someone who made glister? That help us in our
are
endeavors?
they in
That would answer a lot
Gavra?
of questions.
Are they in Gavra?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're in Gavra, but I'd rather not go there. Glister's quite potent.
Well, honestly, you didn't have to bring it up, so now we're probably going to
Well,
go
I
there.
mean, like, it's good to bring up because this could lead us to answers.
We're also
And answers are generally good.
This
Yes.
we're also
but it's-
trying to go to Gavra to
Honestly,
stop.
everyone can just stop you going to the guild.
Yeah, after
Now
that.
go to bed. And Davros is like trying to sleep.
He's like the dad.
Has he still got his helmet on?
Yeah.
Go to the guild. I need to go to the library first.
I've
anything.
never seen him take his helmet off, not once during the whole time.
I don't think he has a head.
I know that's probably right.
Go to sleep!
Good night, Margaret.
Yeah, who's on watch? Are you?
We're always on watch.
I know.
I mean, I can take a couple.
No, you're fine.
I'll watch.
No, you
I'm
can't
quite
sleep
good at
like
it.
you.
Anything
You-
to get my wings.
You humans who need to sleep, don't sleep.
It's me on the humans end. We're all humans here, aren't we?
Humans.
Yes, you people who need all your
Who
rest.
you calling you people?
I'd like to stay.
What do you mean you?
What do you mean, you guys?
Helena and I are experts at not sleeping a lot.
They've
Oh, I read about that, like
Dumbest
somnambulism.
phrase of all time. We're experts in not sleeping.
I read about that. It's called like somnambulism, right? Where you like walk in your sleep.
Yeah,
insomnia.
something like that.
Insomnia.
That's fascinating. You lot are quite
Well,
okay.
everyone, you're welcome to continue to talk, but the music is stopped. And Aaron is going to go lay down.
Phew.
You have found a small, like a rock face that juts out, so you are sleeping dry tonight.
All right.
I still have no idea why he hated me so much that one time. He hasn't brought up anything.
Yeah, what I always suggest, what Grandma always told me in a moment like this, is you got to get the best bottle of whiskey you can find.
Oh, that's a problem.
Well,
I don't have any whiskey.
Look, Graham also says if you keep making excuses for your failures, you're never gonna get anywhere. So let me finish. Get the whiskey. I know Aaron particularly likes the Shattered Isle brew, and you just sit down with him man to man. Say, "Oi, Aaron, I feel like we got off to the wrong foot."
That's good advice.
Thank you. It's more Graham.
Gotta get some whiskey.
Now you have a side quest.
Side quest unlocked.
The old gods always said, the wind howls like the wolf,
Wow.
but the river flows.
I'm going to bed.
It's a good response.
I'll be. Good night, Margaret.
She looks good. Like she's
Yeah,
sleeping, but
Margaret's-
she looks good.
I'm gonna pretend to, like, I'm gonna look at Helena and be like, you need to pretend to sleep, and I'll stay up the first half. I hope she's literally just sitting there going like this,
Like, sitting up straight.
sitting up straight. Yeah.
So boring.
You humans do this.
Before I lay down, I'll just be sitting next to the campfire, and I'm just gonna kind of hold and just kind of look at the little stuffed animal for a little bit.
And maybe you should like when you sleep like you're like
Oh yeah, cover yourself with a
maybe
cloak.
like cover yourself up because you look like you're not here.
You become quite ethereal.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so that's probably not a good
You sleep over there on the other side
yeah,
of the
like it's not a
wagon.
good thing for people to see.
Okay, I'll.
I'm sure we've got him good and fooled with your rouge.
Does anybody have a
Here, I have an extra.
blanket?
I have an extra.
Thank God
cloak.
for the rouge.
Okay, thanks.
I put my
did look
mother's
a little
cloak
bit
on,
bluer.
So you can have my cloak.
So okay, I now have a cloak. Good.
Yes, it's just black.
It's just okay. So I'll kind of go a little ways away from the fire, and I'll just kind of sit there with the stuffed animal for a little bit, and then I'll prop him up like kind of against a tree, so he's just like sitting upright, and I'll lay down as well.
We're adventurers.
I think you are. That's great. So you prop the little stuffed animal up, and as you lay down and kind of look at it as the fire kind of burns behind it, you begin to see dancing in the flames what looks like you can't see any details, but you see a young man. And this is dancing in the fire. You see a young man looking though as though he's walking into the ocean. He's carrying a small child in his arms. And as he walks into the ocean, you hear this choral song kind of lift up, this like siren-esque call coming from the ocean. And as the figure looks, his face blurred in the vision, he's reaching towards you. And you drift off to sleep. The night passes without incident. But in the morning, a strong storm begins to blow over the lands. It would seem that the safest route at this point would be through the Wintier Woods. Or would it?
It would.
Well, it would be faster so we could head off Silas before we got to Gavra.
But there are bandits in there.
Bandits would stick close to the roadways at least, and I think
We're bandits.
the woods.
You're thieves.
We're fine being bandits.
The woods will offer some protection from the
Synonyms
wind
is
and the rain.
synonyms.
Yeah, I would rather go through the woods.
And I think we'd have a better chance with bandits than with this soilless and ain't soilless. If it was soilless, it'd be one thing, but it ain't soilless.
It ain't Silas.
Never thought of
It ain't Silas.
It ain't.
You wish to head toward the Wintier Woods?
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. You head through the plains and the final prairie, and you reach the edge of the Wintier Woods. The white bark
it has a rather ghostly, ominous feel to it. And as you make out the forest from the trees, it starts to just blend in. And the canopy blocks even more of the sunlight out than the clouds ahead. But it also provides some shelter from the storm and the rain. Lightning flashes across the sky in the distance, and it almost looks like you are walking at like 7 p.m. at night, even though it is basically 11.
In the morning.
Yeah. So can I make with my +1
Yeah.
boon? Can I make a survival check? And I am looking for. I think survival will be the right thing here. I'm looking for signs that someone's been here before us anytime relatively recently.
Sure.
I rolled a 2.
You do not see any signs. You don't see any. You don't see any. Nothing. Like
Okay.
you're not going to see like armor marks or footprints or anything.
Yeah. It's,
You do hear, however, the neigh of the horses next to you. The 4 horses have been walked by Tavros, old Maggie, and Magritte, and then Bickle Bill. Bitter Bit.
Bitter
sorry.
Bit.
Bitter Bit. Bickle Bill.
Bitter
Bickle
Bit.
Bill. I like that.
Fickle. That's too close.
Bickle Phil.
You head in?
Yeah.
All right. As you walk into the woods, the temperature of the woods drops pretty severely. It is standing underneath 3 large peaked mountains. So these 3 mountains loom above you, and Gavra is actually built within the shadow of them. But they also, their shadow goes out into the Wintier woods, and their snow-capped peaks can be seen from basically every direction in the woods, even under the dense canopy. You travel for about 4 hours into the woods when all of a sudden you hear the crack of a branch.
Mark?
I would look.
Yeah. I want to do a
Perception
check.
if you'd like. Yeah, please.
I pull out my shield just
I
in
pull
case.
out my book
10.
and orb.
15.
Nope.
Do we get the +1 for perception or no? That's
Oh,
only a 9.
Only a 9.
Only 9. Okay, so 15.
That is a gentleman's 19.
Okay, that's good.
I think that's,
19 is the highest.
that's 10.
That seems about right. That one.
Is it the Mark?
Seems about right.
Just falls down a tree.
Give me 1 second, Green. I gotta find the. So you hear the snap of a twig, and then you hear the rustling of what sounds like a group of people above you
Like in the trees.
in the trees.
They're in the trees.
Oh god, it's the Ewoks.
They're in the trees.
Pull out my crossbow.
I would also have hand on heavy
Yep,
crossbow.
yep.
All of a sudden, kind of surrounding you, about 8 people like slide down these white. You ever see the things you could swing off of a tree? They're
Yeah.
not vines, but
But-
they're like vine-ish, but these are like going to be like white, and it comes smashing down, and you see these 8 men and women dressed outlandishly. Like they're mixing into the Wintier woods, but they look like sailors. And as they come down, they pull out their cutlasses, and they point them at each of you. And one of them looks rather sternly. You're gonna give us everything we've got. Everything you've got. Right now. Put it in the pouch. Bring over the basket. Somebody brings over a basket. Everything. Your clothes. Your money. Your fancy rocks that you people worship. All of it into the box.
Why?
Are you
Listen!
Are you that?
I've got a knife, and she's got a knife, and he's got a knife, and we'll gut you 3 ways from
I've got
the
2 knives.
He's got 2 knives.
I've
they've
got 2
a
axes and a crossbow.
I've got a massive hammer bigger than your head.
knife. We've got horses. They'll trample you.
There's more of us than you.
We're in the woods, too. You can't see us, but our bows are aimed.
No, you're right there.
We can see you.
We can
We're
see
looking
you.
right
We're
at
not
you.
ever.
We see all 8
Just
of
give us your money.
I want to try to just. I'm gonna try to just like go in to blend into the woods unnoticed and like
Go ahead.
then look around as like they're yelling. 24.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You just kind of.
Yep. And now I'm looking for all these people with bows that are potentially pointed.
They don't exist.
And I'm like, as soon as he's talking, I'm like flicking Thieves' Cant, both at him to see if he responds in any way, and then also to the rest of to Margaret and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will
Like-
know.
Yeah, and I'm
I'll
like,
know.
should we take them?
I think we can take him.
What are you doing with your hands?
Listen,
Maybe we should just.
I don't have thieves' cant. I'm a fighter.
Maybe we should just talk to them.
we're just peaceful travelers, just walking our way through the woods. If you are in need of food or assistance, we may be able to help out, but we're not
He
about
looks
to
over
give you
something.
everything.
Yeah, we'll take your food.
Well, like,
You are welcome to share some of our food.
You don't talk a big talk. You're gonna come see the captain.
are you the captain?
No,
Are you land pirates?
just walk that way.
Where's your
Or we're got. Well, I swear we're got ya. We'll start with the fat one. So-
Hey, now you be going threatening bit of pick.
How many people are
He's already been
He said
stabbed.
8.
About 8 or so.
8 plus us?
Yep.
Shot. He's already.
We're
got shot
8 of
once.
them.
We're in a little bit of a rush. If you could possibly give us a reason to visit with your people, we may be able to take a time out and visit, but outside of that, we really must be going.
Because I've got a knife at your throats.
That's usually not good enough for a
Can
reason.
Are they
Like-
telling the truth that there's a captain?
Inside.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, 9.
There's a captain.
There's a
I have
They
a
rolled a
question.
3.
I have a question about this homebrew. This says it's based on the number of people within 300 feet. How do I know how many people are within 300 feet?
So you'll have to kind of know. So it's not going to be like you can sense them. It doesn't work that way. Like if you were in a football field, you would know that there's that many people.
Do we know how close their people are?
You don't know that.
So, okay, so like if I would have to know.
Like you don't have divine sense to know how many people are.
No,
around.
I know.
Okay.
So, but like if there are people 60 feet away and we don't see them, would things work or no?
So I'm gonna potentially, but you can't use that to be like I need to know how many people there are. Around.
Yeah, I don't want to know how many people there are. I was just trying to figure out what of these I can use.
I would say you have to know.
Okay,
You have to know how many people there are.
okay, perfect.
All right, I'd say just to avoid any unpleasantness, we can make a pit stop and maybe take a breather. It's a pretty bad storm.
Kept it on the way through.
Yeah, there are.
Like,
there-
if it's on the way through, it's not that bad.
That's enough talking.
Do you have tents for us?
You ask a lot of questions. Maybe the captain will answer, or maybe he'll throw you down the mud chute.
And I'm signaling to the other parts
just
of
like,
the
this
other
is how
stalkers.
it works.
Let's just see what they have at their
Yeah,
place.
we'll kill them all if we need to.
And maybe they have some things.
Okay.
I like the way Margaret thinks. As a
No!
Well, we must be able to parley with him, greet him properly.
He'll introduce himself.
Let's go meet your captain. It's the right proper thing to do.
And don't be throwing parlay at us. Like you know our ways.
I'd like a parley.
God damn it! She said parlay.
I will.
She seethes her sword. Well, fine. Instead of our prisoners, you're our guests.
Thank God they
Good
actually
job.
obey parlay. Like there are so many people who just treat it like a guideline. Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead.
Parlay.
They take you deeper into the Wintier Woods, a little bit north, under even more the gaze of the mountain. Thanks for not killing all these people, but I didn't know. As you approach, you see
We're not
a
evil.
very beautiful tent
I'm
that's
not
like
good
attached to a bunch of the Wintier trees, and it looks rather nice, but it looks mismatched. Like they took blankets and cloths and stuff, but it's the gaudiest of all the other tents. The other ones are just kind of hung up, and all of a sudden, very loudly, this thing keeps going into sleep mode, so I gotta unlock it every 2 seconds.
Is this where we get Kevin? It's probably where we get Kevin.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
What do we do? Why are we eating Kevin?
The curtain opens, and you see a man with a patch eye. He's missing a leg, and he carries a large cutlass, and he comes sauntering out.
Who be you?
How's that Kevin?
Me. I am me.
I'm not talking to you again.
I'm Congratulous, Congratulous Steed. You can just call me Crumb. It's easy to remember.
My name is Normandy Bothwell, and I have, with my group, called for a parley.
You're the one that called for a parley, are you?
Yes, I called for a parley.
All right, say what you have to say.
No.
Before we take all your goals and your thoughts and your ideas and how we get the hell out of these woods.
All right, well now, me and my associates here, we are trying to get from point A, which has been, well, let's call it Andrews. Or I can't pronounce that.
Well, you best try harder.
We are coming from Carthage, and we would like to get to Gavra. Now,
We want to get to Gavra too. Everybody in this stupid rock keeps talking about it.
well now, we have a,
Have you tried walking like westward?
yeah.
No, we can't get out of these goddamn forests.
Well now, we have a common interest that I believe that we can both help each
No, you
other.
don't understand the winds of this place. They misguide you. They get in your mind.
What?
No, they haven't.
Sir,
Our compasses, they don't work. We can't seem to find our way out of this landlocked mess.
may I see?
He pulls out a compass, and it's spinning.
Do you see the mountains?
I see them,
Can you walk towards them?
but every time we do, the compass turns.
I'm gonna try that.
But the mountains don't turn.
Right.
He looks over at one of the people.
Have you thought about that?
We're sea navigators, not land navigators.
Right. You see, when you're navigating on land, having like landmarks helps you identify.
But when you're navigating by sea, you have to trust your compass.
Yes.
We thought these woods be enchanted, we did.
Well, now I feel
Well,
as if we have.
In all fairness, they are over.
We've lost 2 days! 2 whole days!
Well, now
In these auspicious woods!
we have an upper ground on you. We know how to get out of here, and you need help. Now, in what's the word I'm looking for? Like
Parlay?
not parlay. And
We could cooperate.
yes, in cooperation, I believe that if we show you the way out, you do not steal all our goods,
Yeah, and you'd be out of the
believe that's
woods
fair.
and on the way to Gavra.
and we can show you where the ocean lays.
And maybe they could give us some stuff.
We don't need that yet.
We're doing them a favor.
I have a guy. Trust me.
They would actually die in this woods if we didn't help them.
Exactly. But who cares?
I hear what you're saying. We're on a very particular mission, one of great import,
May I
and
ask,
we've delayed too much.
where are you trying to get to, my friend?
We're trying to head toward the light in the distance.
Is it towards Pilm?
It's not.
Is
Is
it
it
toward the
mountains?
mountains?
Well, they point toward Pilm, but you have a feeling that that's not not where they want
Is
to go.
it the light that we want to go to as well that they'll never get to?
Well, they're pointing toward Pilm.
They don't
My
know.
friend, do you have a map?
No.
Does anybody here have a map?
No.
I can draw you a map.
He's really good at drawing.
All right, I'd like to see.
He gave me the prettiest eyes on a caricature the other day.
Dokie then, could you please draw me a map of Tyve?
Take out my painter's kit.
The worst. Yeah, give us a roll.
It's like,
What would you put with that?
what did you roll?
An 11.
Yeah, you draw a pretty nice map. It's okay. It gives you the lay of the land.
All right, I'm gonna look for like a table. Or
But you don't draw it. You paint it.
I painted it.
All right, now.
I just want to make that clear. That it's not a pencil.
4 hours
It's
later.
Yeah.
It's like a watercolor.
Yeah, it's hard to read, but it's
Happy trees.
Like
those
happy
are
trees.
Yeah,
it's a happy
Your,
tree.
like,
It's a happy
actual
little
map that you
tree.
have.
It's just more artistic than practical.
There's the sun, the circle with the line.
I never said he could draw things to scale.
Is this a scale?
But he does have really nice Bob Ross trees.
That's right.
Little happy little trees.
Can I see your map that you have that way?
I put my hand on Ego's shoulder and go, I'm proud of the work you did, mate.
Thank you. Thank you.
I practiced.
Now, my fellow, my friend, what's your name, Captain?
Snake Eye Joe.
All right. Is Snake Eye? Snake Eye. Is that okay?
Or do you prefer Joe?
Or Joe?
Most people call me Joe.
All right, Joe.
After they say Snake Eye, you hear his crew like Snake Eye Joe.
What about
Pickle Phil
SCJ?
is here. Pickle Phil left. Okay, who cares?
What about SCJ?
All right, now we are here. Well, more specifically, we are here, my friend. Now, there is.
Those are the mountains you be talking
Those are the
about.
mountains that we are at. They are over there. now, what you are pointed towards is the Lighthouse of Piln, which is around.
Does
here.
Piln own it?
Piln is the town around it.
Does he have a light that can cure any sickness?
Is that what you're looking for?
No, I don't believe so. But I believe the light that you are talking about.
No.
Who is
Now.
sick?
You can either go towards Piln,
Normandy.
which would.
They're sick.
You're sick.
I'm not sick.
Someone
sick.
is sick.
Well, I do have a cold. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're pretty close.
But you need a light that cures any sickness.
Any sickness.
Why?
The deepest kind.
Why?
No, I don't need that. It's a question about.
I start looking at every crew member to see if anyone's seen.
They don't seem
ill.
sick.
Is there a little blue thing around us? Can I look?
No, he's always around.
Perception.
No.
Oh, that's a 2.
He's gone. He's gone.
I shout for Thamar.
I'm gonna let you know this is not a place that you should have come looking for any type of light.
But you just said that there's a lighthouse.
Now
Yeah,
there's the
but you
lighthouse.
see how it's like the only light in this whole place.
That's a lie. Because when you have the lighthouse, and it's the lighthouse of Piln. It's our best light.
It doesn't
that we have.
cure darkness.
And the way you would get there is you're going to go out from the way that we came, that my group came, and you're going to go north. However, the light I believe you are speaking of, I'm going to just point towards like the shards, is over here. Now, that would force you into going into the mainland of Tyve. That's where we are. Problem with that is nobody makes it there because it is heavily guarded, and there is a maelstrom right around here somewhere.
We've navigated maelstroms and krakens and the like, sea gods and darkness,
That's good
curses,
But once you get
and beasts that fall from the sky.
All right, my friend.
Well,
now.
you can get to
people are
Gavra, and then you can get a ship and sail to the mainland.
Perfect. Where can we buy a ship? Ours was waylaid off the coastline
Gavra.
through a storm that literally was vertical. Never seen anything like it. I can ride a maelstrom that swirls down, but nothing that goes straight up. I'm not a skyrit.
Now let's say you do make it past the
Oh. Well played.
I have a
Next
new
character.
career goal in life. So, like, if you get to Gavra, you could probably find a way to get a ship to get to the mainland.
Perfect.
But now-
Gavra,
Gavra.
can you get us in?
Yes.
Can you get us in conspicuously?
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to wipe off all that paint and get into normal-ish clothes, but like.
We don't have anything but what we're wearing on our backs.
God, the dead.
We've been stuck on this blasted lands for about 30 days.
Oh.
We
Where
keep
have you
running
been?
into strange people trying to sell us odd clothes and cloaks.
That usually leads to being inconspicuous.
Well, you'd probably be able to make it to Silver Grava in whatever you're wearing, and you'll get your ship there, hopefully, if you have enough lint.
Is Gavra
Glint! What is this glint everyone keeps talking about?
is
Glint?
currency?
We brought this! And you see a chest, and they open it, it's just piled with gold. But this doesn't seem as... People aren't as excited about this as they are your shiny rocks.
I'll take it. Yeah, well, you see, we have a lot of that.
And this, Magnet begins to thieves' king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take that.
You might be able to get a ship with that, but probably not. You'll get like a rinky-dinky like raft.
You might have to work your way or find an alternate method of acquiring a ship.
I'm sorry. Do we really care about their ship?
I mean, like, what else
Like
are we gonna
we-
do right now?
But like,
Oh.
yeah, if you go west towards the mountains, you'll eventually get Gavra.
Yes.
And there you can get a ship and go to the mainland.
Perfect. You'll take us there.
Gavra?
We leave on the morrow.
Okay.
But tonight, we drink.
I believe we leave now so we can drink when we get to Gavra. There are many bars there. Have our finest ales sometimes.
I'm sorry, did you not hear what I said?
I did.
Good. So then people begin to come up with some barrels, and you hear the rancorous roars.
I
of
asked,
stuff.
do they have any? Do you have any whiskey? I will. I'd like to get some of your a glass of your finest whiskey. 2 glasses of your finest whiskey.
Make it 3.
I'll give you a glass right here, I will.
Elbow Peter Peters, whatever his name.
I did not consent to that touch.
Ain't it happened anyway?
Who's that? Keith the Elbow Peeler?
I think that's Zoo too.
You're bagging on take it back. I don't know if it's untouched.
Hey, I'll get a mug of whiskey and then bring it to Ernan and do what Whisper suggested. Like, alright, I think we got off on the wrong foot. Yeah, have some whiskey.
Aaron just snaps it out of your hands. And he walks away from you.
That didn't work out
No,
quite.
you're making progress. You're doing great.
Oh, cool! That was
It was a great start.
that's a thumbs up.
I think he likes you.
I did it good. I did it good.
About what time is it?
Oh, at night, yeah.
You guys got there.
Probably like it's probably like 4
4.
5.
Okay, so
We're just
It's
gonna waste
5
the whole
o'clock
day.
somewhere.
it's close enough. I'm not gonna fight it too much. All right, well, I guess this is good place as any to make camp.
May we make camp here, Snake Eye Joe?
Yes, you may. What's your story? And he comes and puts his arm around you.
Oh,
You look as blue as the ocean.
Uh-oh.
I honestly don't
Needs a touch up.
I didn't think about it, but yeah, in the right line, he
range,
does seem a
yeah.
bit more blue.
He's from film.
He's sad.
Are you sure he's not sick?
He's a doctor.
From film.
Yes, that's what they.
Are they all
like.
blue from Pill?
Yes.
they are.
I never read anything about that. I just read humans always look like humans.
It's called light washed. Generation after generation of being underneath the light of Piln eventually like saps some of our color and gives us a little bit of.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to judge.
No, it's.
Didn't mean to
just-
judge.
That's fascinating. This light of pill, your friend was a little shady with the details. Would it offer a cure for a darkness deep and black?
Told you no.
Depends. What kind of illness are you speaking of?
I want you to imagine that all the light and fire in your heart goes out.
Love.
No.
There's
But
a pill
yes,
for
it's
that.
like that. And even though you was a radiant beacon leading your kingdom to greatness, you just are fading away. Well, we stalkers, we call ourselves the flowers, but we used to be the dread stalkers, and sometimes we just go by stalkers now to cause confusion in the world. But anyways, us dread stalkers decided, no, we're going to reignite that flame like the great phoenixes of old. So we went to a place far to the east called Jakar. Terrible place. Terrible, terrible place. But they told us of a legend. Far to the west, they said, beyond the gaze of God, you could find a light so pure it could cure any illness. So off we set. And unfortunately, our ship was waylaid in a great storm. But we have our mission.
We are also after a light, very, very similar, I believe, to what you're speaking of. To my understanding, Piln has a bit of this light, but we're looking for the source.
Do you think this bit of light is enough to cure, or do we need the source?
Yeah, you should go to Pill and find out.
I will say that it's a lot safer at Piln to check out that light and see if it might be able to help you.
We don't want a secondhand solution. We want the real thing.
We cannot take all of these crazy people with us.
But we all, if we all,
Why are we whispering?
I'm not whispering to you. I'm whispering
But
just
then
over
again,
here.
if they have the means to perhaps buy a ship and they are pirates and they know how to sail a ship, it might solve one of our issues.
it's right. We need to get across the strait.
I'm not gonna be by any of them, so because they smell.
Just
That's the
imagine,
only reason.
Kinks right behind her. Oh.
Well, I couldn't tell you if it's a secondhand solution or not, but I mean you are welcome to travel with us to Gavra, where you can find a ship to the mainland. But to my understanding, from what everything we've heard, it's almost an impossible trek to get through the mountains, and we don't know how to get through them ourselves.
Impossible, you say? We eat that for breakfast. It's a shame we didn't bring the Condor. The Commodore.
The Commandant.
Or the Commandant. Regardless, we think that you all look like rather ragged adventurers. And we'd be happy to tag along, forcibly if we must.
Forcibly. As if there was a choice that wasn't actually a choice.
How many of them are here?
There's about 20.
Wow.
Hey, they expanded.
Spend some time.
3 years.
So who has this darkness in their soul that you're speaking of? Is it something that's plaguing all of you, or is there a particular person, or are you just looking for purpose?
The ruler. Wasn't it a ruler?
We call her the White Lady. The Flame of Garafon. She fell sick after some of her friends passed. A darkness began to invade her heart. We're not sure what it is. Perhaps the dread dragon Sapharadrax. But regardless, she prayed to a god of light, so we thought the purest form of light should help.
The tracks.
I mean, I have nothing against that, so sure.
Well then, we'll join our journey as far as we can. Perhaps we can help one another. If you'll have us.
I have no objection.
I think we're all going the same way.
Do they have any means of transportation? No. Okay.
No,
It's
they're
gonna
shipwrecked.
slow us down a little bit.
Where
Maybe
exactly?
they can all 20 of them can work and get some money to get a ship.
So as you talk at this, you'll see that Margaret will come and pull you aside.
All right there, Whisper. I'm not going to say they're buffoons, but they seem a little bit not all there. Though I will say, and she looks at a couple of them, it looks as though they've seen battle. Maybe we take them to see the guild. What happens after that?
But just all of them or the two?
Well,
Only there's 20 of them.
I think that the guild could handle 20, don't you?
Right, once we get there.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see why not.
That chest. I think
Right,
that
right.
is a good payment back in, don't you?
I do.
Put all this nasty business behind us.
I think that's a great idea.
Then
But I don't know that we want to share that, and I actually point at Rue, with everybody.
no. Don't needs to know what they don't needs to know.
Right.
Tavros kind of comes out of the darkness behind you.
Very good, Whisper.
Nice. To Darth Vader. I think no helmet comes off. Okay. Right, alright.
It's your face.
The residuum will be very pleased with this choice. Only 2 more days. Might as well enjoy yourself.
Alright.
I would get some booze and give it to Margaret and be like, "Hey, Margaret, I thought of you. You might. I didn't know what like your drink preference was, but I got this."
Never.
Oh boy.
I do a thumbs up.
You were friend zoned. Yes.
That's progress, right?
Anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to ask, Rue, I've been able to see that you're able to read the writing on the box rather proficiently. Would you mind helping me learn how to read and speak it?
It's just like a debauchery around you.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm just here to learn.
Yeah, as well as I can, I suppose.
Perfect. I'm going to pull out my Matthias book. Matthias book. Now, I'm going to just open up to pages that have words in it.
Sure.
I guess the best place to
The
start
pages are blank for you.
now would be to be here.
Is that where you're gonna start? I don't understand.
What do you mean? There's words
No, it's
here.
it's a blank sheet of paper.
Not
there.
him.
Shut up. Nathan. Shut up. Alrighty. I'll try to flip to a blank page.
They're all blank. They're all blank for him.
But like for me.
No, the voice in your head is laughing at you.
Stupid Matthias. I'll open up to a blank page for me.
Okay.
Alright, then what about the alphabet of it? Then the basics.
Sure. Then I'll start writing out my alphabet.
Nice.
I'm gonna have you write it though, and I have a thing.
Kevin, no.
Invent a language. Right.
Kevin,
Alright. I'm gonna give you
Twitch stream challenge. Inventing a language
Oh, yeah.
on live.
I give you my pen.
And
Kevin
my
will.
axe.
It's a very nice pen.
And my thesaurus.
Custom made by Felonius?
So as you start writing the alphabet of the language, like there's a moment where like it doesn't come, and then you start to write, and the letters begin to flow, and they feel like you're writing music. And as they do, the world, like you're just looking at it, but the world around you starts to like fade, and you feel like warm fire, like burning, as though you're writing poetry to someone. And as you kind of blink, it's just the alphabet you've written.
Did he seem to be like ethereal in that time frame?
Are you okay?
Yeah. So this is the basic outline. These are our letters, and yeah, we can go through. I'll tell you I'll sound them out, and we can then work on grammar and syntax and all that good stuff, I suppose. And it'll take a while.
Do you read it? Like try to you start to internalize it? Intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh.
You're a wizard.
Yeah, it should be
Time
like
that's the only time you get an intelligence saving throw.
that mind flares, but
Oh, math. 17.
So you begin to internalize the alphabet of the language. You start to memorize it, and as you do, you see a ripple go across Rue. Some of your language is being remembered.
That was. Do I see the ripple? That was that. Did you
That
not
was-
feel that?
That was Tho. What?
Who?
The letter?
No, you did not see that ripple on you? Did you not feel that?
No.
I saw it. It's a glass.
Just like dump some of it on you. Oh,
I'm sorry. Oh.
I'm gonna get another drink and I'm gonna go to the Tavros now. I'm going,
Well,
Really,
everyone-
Graham only meant it for Ernan.
While everyone's being drunk and crazy, I would want to just kind of sulk around camp, and I know that they have that big treasure chest, but I kind of want to just see what else they've got going on.
Perfect. So you begin to look around. they bring a whole armament. You see trunks and trunks. It looks as though they're waterlogged, but most likely these pirates went back and dove down to get everything that they could. So they have supplies, they have weapons, armor, golds, foods. Like, it looks like they're on an expedition. And as buffoonery as they seem, as you look, they seem extremely prepared. And it is quite possible that they are simply out of sorts. Perhaps it is the land, perhaps it is fear. But as you look around and see everything they have, you begin to feel they might be more prepared for this than you think.
Okay.
I didn't know if you needed to take your helmet off for it. I tried to look for a sippy straw, but they didn't have any.
You know, sometimes people have dreams.
Yes?
Sometimes it's good to change those dreams.
Does this mean I'm not in my wings?
I'm gonna let you put it together, son.
Do you still want the drink?
I want you drink it. Because I think your emotions need it.
I was going to say, thank you. Thank you for your honesty.
As the night carries on,
Thumbs up.
And I do like
progress!
Yes. You did a good job.
I did a good job.
As the night carries on, and a little bit of merriment happens underneath the brow of the mountains and Gavra in the distance. The darkness begins to recede in, and you notice the pirates kind of start to cloister together, unaware of this lands. They seem more pensive against the darkness. The lighthouse of Pilm swirls in the distance, and far in the distance, the glow of the Athelion glows beyond the mountains. Meanwhile, 7 black-armored knights continue to walk their march toward Gavra. This time, however, their armor is gone. They look more like the knights that accosted you on the beach. As a caravan comes approaching, it pulls up, and a rather fat man gets out. Great, beautiful night, isn't it?
Oh, no.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Thank God.
Captain Silas Pilligraph, is it? Cyrus's head twitches and he looks, his eyes shining like an ethereal, verdant green. I suppose that is who I am. What an odd thing to say, sir! He reaches out and just grabs the man by his throat and lifts him. He just begins to talk out loud. Kill him right now. He sets him down. I'm sorry. I thought you was someone else. Please, forgive your captain.
And our game comes to a close.
That's not creepy.
God dang it, it's a T1000.
Before we go,
Before we go, level up!
All right.
Also, Twitch and TikTok next Tuesday is 2 weeks from Tuesday is Halloween. We are gonna play a shorter game. We are gonna be live at 7.
Yes.
With no intermission because it's trick or treat.
Yeah. So join us then. We might be in the costumes. You'll have to see.
What?
So thank you guys. Hope you all had a good time, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Are we rolling hit die?
Yeah, let's do that real quick. Before,
Okay.
are we off? All right, let's roll some hit dice if that's all right. You may re-roll your first one.
Roll the first one.
The first one you roll, you mean?
First one you roll,
Okay.
you may re-roll.
Like if you roll a 1,
Yeah. I'm gonna roll a 1.
6. I'll take it.
Yeah, better than the average.
Yeah, I'll take a
That's
6
Hey,
too.
6!
what is your
I think
What is
it's
this?
what are you?
Got a 5.
Clerics, I think you're D8.
Yes, the cleric's a D8. That's a 5.
Yay.
Hey, that's pretty good, guys.
20 hit points.
I got a 5.
Hey, I get I get to do it now.
A 1!
Yay!
Oh, can I reroll?
5, hey!
Do I have to take the other roll if I reroll?
No, you can only re-roll once.
If you roll a 1, you can re-roll.
Yeah, you can only roll.
If you rolled a
reroll
2 or anything, you just get it.
Can I save this for next levels?
What are you talking about?
I rolled
You
a
just-
5.
Yeah, you got a 5.
Yeah, you get a
Yeah,
5.
that's it.
That's it.
Can I see if I can get higher?
No.
You can only reroll a 1.
If you roll
Oh, if you roll 1.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Whoa.
A1.
So can we hear what everyone, what'd you get?
4.
4.
I got a what thing? I got a 6.
Nice.
And then what'd you get?
5.
I got a 6. On a D10.
5.
5.
Above the curve, guys. That's
Yeah.
great. Congratulations.
Thank God.
Before we
What was
end
your
though,
fort on a D.
light or dark? Aaron was neutral.
Stupid Aaron.
I would argue he was light because he did what he could.
You pick you just pick your own person.
Yeah. I don't think he did. He could have done more.
Well,
Good.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very.
I think it was good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did much, but good, I guess.
I'm gonna say not good.
Evil?
Neutral.
Neutral.
But definitely not good.
Dark.
Dark. Nice. Guys, light prevails. So you guys move up for the first time on the light chart. You will lose your +1 to initiative, but you are at -2 on the darkness. So nice job. Well, either way, stuff's gonna happen. But like,
Yeah.
awesome game. Well, that really is our game now. So we've got that -2 on the chart, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Bye, everybody.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.